I'm gonna knock your bitch's cabin. Hi everyone. No one gets that joke unless they were there live.
That way.
That's not okay.
You've been kicked out of the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse for using foul language. Sorry. Hi everyone.
Oh God. Okay.
But now, before we begin, we'll welcome everyone to the Midterm Report. Everyone here on the stream and everyone watching us, which is currently no people, but eventually, hopefully, that will change. If not, you guys can always watch the replay, even though it'll probably be for long as shit because we have so much to cover. But did I reach 15 seconds? Okay.
I think so.
Fucking cock bullshit. Fuck. There. So now
Oh my God! Already.
Take that. What's her
Already.
name now that runs YouTube? Take that.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Now-
already.
Fuck you, Bob Iger. There.
There you go. Let's go. Pay your fucking people, Bob Iger.
Yeah,
Right
pay your
now.
Sean Gunn, you're the man
Already
for what
with
you
this
said.
crap. Oh my God.
Okay, now let's.
Let's.
So anyway,
Mhm.
before we begin, that reminds me. So I would be remiss to say this. There is the SAG-AFTRA strike going on. I think we all are pretty much in agreement. Hey, Drew, what's up? The View with Drew, right on cue.
Always an
I know.
MVP.
Always an MVP. Always here first. Sometimes before it even starts.
Exactly. Yeah, he's the MVP.
Jared, what's up, buddy? Another member of the crew. So right now is, of course, the SAG-AFTRA / WGA strike is going on. Here's the thing. None of us that I know of, except maybe Becca, are SAG.
No, I'm not SAG or WGA. I'm an unofficial critic, so
Mhm.
that's another thing too, because we were worried do critics cross the line by reviewing movies? But
No.
according to them, we're fine. We can review movies. I'm not any of it, but I definitely know people that are. I definitely have friends with people that are.
Well, I will say this. I think, because we're all decent people and not total shitheads, we all stand with the strike. We all think that it's good because the content that we love, that the entertainment we provide to you, hopefully, is provided by the entertainment that people who are on the picket line right now are providing for us. So we stand with them.
Yep.
So
Except for that Chris
pay your
Evans
people, Bob
Anna
Iger, you
Darmus
piece
movie.
of fucking bullshit. Yeah,
That
Bob
was an
Iger.
AI.
Bob, respectfully, Bob Iger can kiss my ass. Anyway,
Okay, let's move on.
that being said,
Fuck
that's
Bob
not why
Iger.
we're here, though. We're not here to play Norma Ray today. We are here to talk about the best films of 2023 so far.
Mhm.
And should we do a big wind-up, or should we just begin?
I think we should let's just begin, because I think you're at 30, right, Grant? You're at 30, so we could just start there.
Yep.
Now, let's begin. Who has honorable mentions and/or runner-ups?
Okay, I
Go
do.
bro. Okay,
I
Becca,
actually,
you go first.
I actually have quite a few honorable mentions.
Yeah,
Okay.
you always do. It's crazy.
So let's go.
Hey, my list. It's just my list, okay? That's all I gotta say.
Dude, but
It's
you
just
have
my list.
all I'm saying is you always have a really, really long list. That I'm like, that's so many fucking movies. It's crazy.
Again, that's what I'm trying to say.
I will be mentioning that.
It's my list and also my opinion. So
Okay, now you guys.
you, I do me.
Guys. All right. Let's not talk over each other, everybody. Okay. So we're gonna jump from person to person. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with honorable mentions and/or runner-ups, and we're gonna do it kind of in a row. So why don't we? Who wants to go first? I mean, do you want to go in a circle,
first?
or do you want
I mean,
Well, Fritzky, do you have any honorable mentions? Let's just.
No.
You don't.
No.
Okay,
I
then
kinda
Becca
know
can
where
go
my list
first.
starts.
Okay, so
I'll go last.
I'm only choosing 15 movies because I've
Okay.
seen 70 movies. I'm only choosing 15, so 5 honorable mentions. The 5 I'm deciding to talk about are Joyride, Evil Dead Rise, Dungeons and Dragons, Asteroid City, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which was also very, very good. Those are my honorable mentions because I'm preferring to give my spots to smaller, independent, more voices that aren't really studio films. There's a couple studio films in there, but they're adjacent studio films. But other than that, it's like that's kind of, I wanted to give a spotlight to some random movies I know no one else would have, so those are just my honorable ones.
Mhm.
All right.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's all.
Good picks. Good picks. All right, Tracy, you got any?
I have no honorable mentions. No, I think I had probably seen the least of the films of 2023. As
Besides
compared to
this guy
everyone
down
else
here.
So no, I probably saw. I literally think my list is just going to be all the movies I saw in 2023 that are 2023 movies.
And that's
'cause
fine. I mean,
That's
I
I'm not
watch
gonna,
movies, but they're not.
I'm not gonna pull your
necessarily-
leg on that because
It's
we
true.
all have a life. So
Yeah.
I watch
Right.
things that are, I catch up on things or things I haven't
Yeah.
seen in a while or whatever. So
that's fair. You know, more you know.
All right, Luke, you ready? Honorable
Yes,
mentions?
so I'm going to arrange these honorable mentions. So first, I'm going to go over the ones that I do not have physically, and then I will go over the ones that I have physically because it's a very limited stack. So
Mhm.
here we go. So honorable mentions, I'm going to go with Extraction 2,
Mhm.
Flamin' Hot, Polite Society. Yes, it got bumped off my list, unfortunately.
I didn't see
but
that
I still
one.
really,
I
really
heard
dig that movie.
Hmm.
Kill Boxoon on Netflix. If you guys have not seen that, check it out. It is very, very good. I'm gonna also go with The Flash. Because again, sitting on it and thinking about it, I really dig the movie now. Ryan Lane.
Okay, I didn't see that one either.
Yeah,
Darn it.
got bumped off again, but again, this is my list. So
Okay. Okay.
but just again, take that as a sign, you guys. This is my list right here.
Okay, buddy.
I'm going over. So
I disagree, Gary.
and for Grant, I definitely have to mention Of an Age and 1001. I definitely want to mention those for sure.
I didn't see those either.
Damn it,
I'm-
Luke.
Sorry, again, I know. There's two more for that. We also got Fast X and Transformers: Rise of the Beasts for the ones that I do not have. So now on to the ones I do have, really quick before I have to go get my dinner.
There's the dinner.
That was
Yeah, I
the
know,
dinner
but
bell. Oh my
it'll
god.
be a couple
No, it was
seconds.
the
so-
knock knock at the bitch's cabin.
Okay, hold on a second here.
Auto.
Hold on a second here. Anyways, so the honorable mentions for movies I do own: Operation Fortune,
Ooh. Like that one.
Creed 3,
Almost watched that on
Megan?
the plane. Megan.
Mathrugan.
Yes.
Yeah.
or yeah, I'm with Regan. Hey, Fritzky. Infinity Pool.
Nice.
The movie's good.
That one
Yeah,
just
Frisky
fell
wrote-
out of my honorable.
No matter what, we're gonna keep
Right.
picking on you for it.
Yeah, we are.
So
I don't really
and,
care.
I get it, though, because
this might be one that you'll.
When I
never
saw
see
it
on
at the
people's
test screening,
lists.
I didn't like it either. So I get why Fritzky doesn't like it, because I didn't like it at the test screening. I thought it was fucking bullshit.
All right,
So-
carry on.
Infinity
And here's
Pool.
one that you guys might not be expecting to be on the honorable mentions or even on the list in general: The Pope's Exorcist. I actually really dig this movie.
I like it.
As a fan of exorcism movies, it offered enough unique things to the subgenre that I was expecting, so I had a good enough time with
Like
it.
mopeds.
It was a pleasant surprise. I liked it more than I thought.
And then, last but not least, I wanted to put this one on the list, but unfortunately, there's 20 other films that I would prefer to watch over this one. But
Okay.
I still cannot hide the fact that this is a very good movie, The Covenant. Guy Ritchie's The Covenant.
Nice.
If you guys have not seen this, and I'm looking at you, Fritzky and Tracy, check this movie out.
It's
I
on my
promise you.
Prime. It's on my
Very-
Amazon Prime
It's
watch list.
very good. I
I'll get
promise
around
you guys.
to it.
I think you guys will like this one.
Is,
All
it,
right,
is
so
it, is it
Now that I got those
propaganda?
done, I will be right back.
Okay, so Luke. Okay, I guess you want to wait for Luke, or do you want to hear my honorable mentions and run
I
around?
want to
You
hear
can
your
do your
honorable
honorable
mention.
Because mine is like the longest one. Okay, I think I have the record. I've seen already like 136 movies or something.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I couldn't
Yeah.
do that.
Where
That
do you
came
get
out this year.
time to do this?
Yep. Yeah, I see everything,
Wow.
dude.
Because
I
last
also-
year, was your list 300 last year? I thought it was
My-
like 300.
My list was like 247.
Mine was only 186. I was like, I
Damn.
felt like I did a lot, and then I saw yours. I'm like,
Dude,
I
that's
missed
nothing.
a lot.
You know, the average film critic sees 500 movies a year.
It makes sense because if you see 3-4 a week, then it's
Wow.
Why do you think I still haven't finished Wednesday? It's because of that. Because I've seen
it's-
every.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know I do watch a lot of really good shows, and I think that also prohibits
Mhm.
movie
Mhm.
theater going.
The last show I binge watched, I did it all within the first 2 days, was Black Mirror.
Black
yeah.
Mirror, or I Think You Should Leave season 3.
Oh, no, I
binged.
I watched that at 2 a.m.
I binged
stayed up
those.
late.
I binged all 3 seasons.
Season
in a row, and I
3.
was like, this is great.
Hey, Becca, when this is over, do you want to start Pay It Forward chain at the drive-thru?
Yeah, 50 partners, 50. Fuck, they're trying to make it look fake.
Oh, shit.
I think that my neighbor put a pig, a Nixon mask on a pig. I thought for a minute it was a scary monster that was going to eat me and my family.
What the fuck?
I mean, what the fuck, man? Lord, that show
shit.
is genius. All
I
right,
think you just are really liking the zip line.
yeah.
Anyways,
So Luke, is that it for your honorable mentions?
yeah, that was it. That's the reason why I said I had to be right back for a second, because that was all
Okay.
my honorable mention. But
Okay, so
actually, really quick,
Yeah.
I actually would like to mention another film that I honestly don't think enough people are talking about from this year. I actually want to mention Champions.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I really like
Fun.
Champions.
It was fun in the theater. It was not as
I
derogatory.
didn't get to see
as
it
I
in
thought.
theaters, but I do think it is a very enjoyable movie for families. It's a good-spirited film.
Bless you.
So
It was respectful too. It was respectful of the.
it wasn't
the
like
biggest
The
thing.
Ringer. I'll tell you that. It's not like The Ringer.
Well, the Ringer though, the Ringer is
But I can
honestly
still admit
kind of
The Ringer-
underrated.
The Ringer is funny.
It's very funny. All right. So, do you want me to get going?
I want to hear your list. I want to hear all
Okay.
these fucking honorable
Well,
mentions.
before we begin, I have honorable mentions runner-up, and then I have a very special short film honorable mention. So, but before we begin, I wanted to point this out. Here are some films that would be on this list, except that I saw them past July or they haven't come out yet. So those are I Like Movies.
Yeah, let's go.
Just a terrific Canadian. Thank you for that. Thank you for giving me a copy of that, Becca. A
Let's
really,
go.
really wonderful Canadian coming-of-age comedy. A Little Prayer. It is coming out later this year. I saw it at Sundance. Really terrific. Jane Levy, David Strathairn. Sometimes They Think About Dying. Great movie.
Yeah, that's
Great
true.
movie. Theater Camp. It's in theaters now. Select theaters. It's hilarious. Go see it.
Wait, so could I count? Do I count it then? Do I count? Because it's
you
a
You
can
can
if
do
you want
whatever
to.
you want.
I
It's
saw
just
it
his
last
You can do
criteria,
whatever you
so
want.
That's what I'm saying.
You can
Because
do
I saw
whatever
a
you
press screening last night.
It's great.
Okay. Yeah.
And then also, because they came out in July and I didn't see them at Sundance, we're just going to throw them in there. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Okay.
It's great.
Okay,
They-
good thing you
they-
threw that in there, because I was about to be like,
Yeah. They cloned
It's not-
Tyrone. Phenomenal.
Okay.
They cloned Tyrone. And Joyride. I love Joyride.
Mission
There you go.
Impossible isn't on any of my lists. It's in the middle of my
I can
year.
tell you,
So-
it'll definitely be very high on my list.
So honorable mentions. So then we get to the actual list. Honorable mentions. I do my honorable mentions in release order, and then I do my runner-ups in ranked order. So my honorable mentions are Mithrigan.
Okay.
Terrific. Better than I was going to be. Sick.
Mhm.
Really good Peacock horror film. Knock at the cabin.
That is
I'm gonna knock at your bitch's cabin.
That'll be on my
Okay.
list.
This one, which will be on nobody else's list except maybe Luke's, Magic Mike's Last Dance. I love
That
this.
is not on my list, unfortunately. I did like it, but not on my list. It's not.
I know
good
I'm
enough
gonna have
on
to
the list for
watch
me.
it one night.
I know this
Like
doesn't
Scream.
quite count as a movie, but it was in a movie theater. It was presented like a movie. I don't care. Demon Slayer to the Swordsmith Village.
Okay.
Moving on, the best Jane Fonda movie of the year so far.
80 for Brady.
No, better than it. No, moving on. Moving on. That's the name of the movie. is
Oh,
Moving
you're right. That did come out this year.
On. From the director of one of the best
Unfortunate.
from the director of one of the best old people movies ever, which is Grandma with Lily Tomlin.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This one I watched on a plane, The Lost King, really underrated British comedy.
All my
Um,
friends hated it at TIFF. I
Um,
skipped it at TIFF.
this is technically a TV movie. It's actually a Disney Channel movie, but I don't care because I really enjoyed it. Prom Pact. I really like Prom Pact.
Is
Um,
it still on Disney Plus? Because I need to check it out.
It is, and it's a TV 14, which is great.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
And then Tetris, really, 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 really fun movie.
Haven't seen that yet.
Hey, Luke, It's a Me, the Super Mario Brothers movie.
That will be on my list.
Yep.
Hold on, Liz.
Absolutely. That will absolutely be on my list.
Hey, Luke, Dracula, Renfield.
No, you forgot. You actually forgot this part of it though.
Yep.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Haven't seen that one either.
Also, Luke, Guy Ritchie's The Covenant.
Thank you.
This
By
was
the way,
the
really
last.
quick, Brandon. Sorry to cut you
Yeah.
off for a second, but
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I want to tell this to Fritzky, bro. I am gonna get you to watch Renfield, dude. I am gonna get you to watch that with me.
You'd like it, Fritzky. It's pretty good. It's
I
pretty
did
good.
Alright.
warn him about the CGI gore, but it doesn't bother him, so I'm good with
I
it.
don't care. Like,
I mean, Tracy, does it really bother you though? That's my question. Does it bother you
No.
with CGI gore?
To me, it looks like it would be like Kill Bill type of blood,
Comic
Right?
blood.
like over
yeah.
the top.
But yeah,
like,
but seriously though, like the
Yo, everyone
CGI
here
gore
saw.
is
Everyone
freaking
here saw
extreme at
Bo is
Renfield.
Afraid.
Like it's not even practical at all. Like most of it is CGI. Like
Yeah.
I think
And I was
everyone
like-
would be fine with Renfield because I think everyone here saw Bo is Afraid, and that
Yeah.
movie is
True.
more traumatizing in a lot
by
of
the
ways.
and by the
The
way,
drinking tank.
that is on my list. Okay,
Okay,
On
but
my
let's not
All's
spoil
out
it,
for
guys.
Bo.
I'm only telling you that it's on my list. I didn't tell you what position it's at yet. That's not the spoiler.
It's on mine. It's on mine too. It's on mine too.
So I'm not spoiling where it is though. That's the thing here.
I have a weird feeling that it's going to be on everybody's list, or just about everybody. Bo's Afraid.
no, the
Unless
movie
you
freaking
hate
sucks.
Art.
Oh,
You must hate art then if you didn't like Bo is Afraid.
Yeah, damn
I'm
right.
he's kidding. He's kidding.
All right, continuing. This was the last movie my grandmother saw when she was alive, so that
Aw.
also gives it emotion. A Chevalier.
Good one.
Really,
I
really
didn't
good.
know when either.
Good movie.
I heard it was
I
bad
wanted
at
to
tips,
see
so I
that.
skipped it.
It's not bad. It's very good. This movie is people say is bad. I don't care. I had a blast. Hypnotic, with Ben Affleck. I really dug it. This movie sadly is officially lost media because it was pulled from Disney Plus after like a month. Crater. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Patrick
didn't get to see
Alvarez
it.
makes a kids movie and does an amazing
Maybe
job.
I'll find it somewhere. Maybe someone will send me a copy at some point and I'll watch it, but I didn't get to see it.
Really, really touching, underrated Disney flick. Fast 10 year seatbelts.
Let's
As I
dig some
call it.
graves.
Okay. For some reason, I heard the last part of that sentence and then the first part of Fast X. I thought you said a very touching Disney movie, Fast X.
Yeah, right. It's all about family. Da, 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 da. All right. Speaking
Something better
of
than Fast 9. I'll tell you that. Something better than Fast 9.
touching Disney movies, The Little Mermaid. Come at me, chuds.
Yes.
I loved it. I'm sorry.
Yes.
And it
Awesome.
also led to one of the best YMS reviews of recent memory with the freaking PewDiePie at the end, which is freaking amazing. Do we have time for bonus meme? Bonus meme. All right. All right. We're almost to the end of the honorable mentions. I know it's taking too long. This movie, I'm sorry, it's critically reviled. I don't care. I had a blast. The Machine. This movie made me laugh like a freaking monster.
I will try to watch it within the next couple of weeks.
It's a lot of fun. And then lastly for the honorable mentions, Flamin' Hot. Didn't think
Let's go.
I don't
dude.
even like Flamin' Hot
Let's
Cheetos. Also, this is on the honorable mentions. It came out in July, but Sound of Freedom. The guy who made it's a piece of shit. The movie's really good.
Sound of bullshit, if you ask
Sound.
me.
Let's move on
Oh,
here.
No, that's just
no.
that's
Move
Tim
on
Ballard.
here.
That's Tim Ballard talking. But anyway,
Yeah.
all right, and then now we get to oh, it's right. I kept it on my ranked. So my runners up are ranked in order of bottom to top. Before we get to the main list, BTS yet to come in cinemas, the concert film. I like BTS. I don't care. This one is on nobody's list. Bula. It is a Bollywood 3D action film.
Never heard of
Really
that.
fun. This one, I don't know if it entirely counts, although I think its main U.S. release in theaters was the Fathom event, but Mad Heidi. It's a Swissploitation.
Mad Heidi counts because it's on Shudder now, I think. So
It
counts.
is. Okay. Well, Mad
Yeah.
Heidi was a lot of fun. And it was Casper Van Dyne was having a blast in it. This one, I almost feel like I need to mention. I donated to the Kickstarter, so I don't know if I can actually put this on here, but Attack of the Doc, the documentary on Attack of the Show.
Okay, that did come out. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Stan Lee, the Disney Plus documentary. These two are kind of tied. Shin Ultraman and Shin Kamen Rider. They're kind of back to back. Cocaine Bear. A fucking bear did cocaine, Luke. A fucking bear did cocaine.
Damn it.
So it's
That's on my
definitely
list.
better than Cocaine Cougar and Cocaine Shark. I can confirm that.
Meth Gator. Anyway,
Meth Gator.
Scream 6. Who gives a fuck about movies?
You're disappointing me.
Evil Dead Rise. Mommy's with the maggots now.
That's unfortunate that that's not on your list because that was
It was close. It's
I like how you're doing what Luke does, and you give a quote before every title.
I don't know.
I
Indiana
can do that anytime. Like I can give you some quotes before, like with some of the movies that are on my list. I'll do that.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. It's called
Okay.
capitalism, kids. Yeah, come at me, Chad.
I was gonna mention that one too. Thank you for that.
The
Really good
Flash.
movie.
The Flash.
Yeah,
Ezra Miller.
let's
Ezra
go,
Miller can kiss
Flash.
my ass. The movie.
Putting
was good,
babies in toasters.
though. Babies and toasters. Yes.
Okay, I'll admit that like that's when I was like, oh my god, is this really what this guy's gonna be?
Okay.
And then the movie just progressed on, and I was like,
Thank you for
this
reminding
is
me.
dog shit.
So the Flash is on my list, but here's the thing. When I say the Flash, I mean everything outside of the first 30 minutes. Because in the first 30 minutes, did I tell you what my friend Austin said? Okay, you know the scene where they have the fangirls? It was
yeah.
and he said out loud to me, just, it was in an IMAX so no one could hear me, he went, "Step away from the underage children, Ezra Miller." Out loud in the theater.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Too bad.
Oh,
Okay.
dear.
We're not
So-
gonna talk about that. I don't want to
No.
press myself.
No,
There
we're not.
wasn't a no beat scene in the movie.
So moving on, everybody. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
God damn
Okay.
it.
It's good. It's a runner-up. It's good. It gave it 5 stars. It's just not.
But it's
quite-
not on your fucking
I'll
list,
give you that. At
though.
least it's on the list. Like it's
It's
at least
on-
a runner-up.
It's a
But I'll
runner-up.
just tell you right now, it definitely is on my list.
This is probably off Disney Plus already, but Chang Can Dunk. That was really freaking
I haven't
good.
watched it.
I think
watch
it's
it,
still
though.
on there.
Like I want to watch it though, based off of your
Really good.
hype around it. Like
It has a
So.
lot more to it than you think it's going to.
okay,
Sharper, really, really
Never seen it.
twisty, fun thriller with Julianne Moore. Being Mary Tyler Moore of the HBO
Okay.
documentary.
That was good.
This one nobody saw in theaters, but it has Brian Cox in it. Mending the Line. It was a movie about fly fishing. It was really good though. It was Brian Cox is in it.
And we all know
Cox-
that thrilling action film.
Yeah, not a thrilling action film. I saw it the same night I saw Transformers. Talk about a weird double bill.
Oh,
That's a hell of a double feature.
Mending the Line. Sorry about this, Luke. We're almost to the main list now. Sorry about this, Luke. Missing. I really loved it. It was on my
I'll
list
tell
at
you
the
this right
beginning of
now.
the year.
It went down on my list, but
It's really
it'll still
good,
be
though.
there. It'll be on the list though, but it went down. Thinking
It's
about
still great
it. But
though.
Still
Still
great movie. It's
These next two are kind of tied also because they're the future cult classics things for me, and those are Sisu,
yeah.
which was freaking
also on my
badass.
list.
Throw a
At
landmine.
TIFF, when the Nazi got the knife in the head, everyone just started clapping. It was fucking insane.
Yes.
It was
And then
fucking great.
that's tied with, thanks for mentioning it earlier, Luke, Polite Society. Talk about
Okay.
But actually, I want to tell you something here really quick about Sisu.
okay.
I saw the trailer for that when I went and saw John Wick Chapter 4, and
Same.
so when I got that trailer, and it just showed this old guy in Finland gold mining, and I was like, well, this looks kind of boring. Like, and then all of a sudden, when that knight goes to the Nazi set, I was like,
Yeah.
this is a John Wick movie.
Yeah, Polite Society, really fun movie. It's sort of like if Triple R, Scott Pilgrim, and what else? Get Out had a baby
Yeah.
with an extra dose of like girl power and
Stepford
British.
Wives. Yeah.
Yeah, so much fun, such a fun flick. And then the last runner-up is the documentary Close to Vermeer, which is a documentary about a art show that's being put on in Amsterdam and sort of the people who are putting it together. What's interesting is that I got a comment from on my video from one of the talking heads in the film thanking me for my review, which was very cool.
Oh.
The only
That's very
documentary I have in my list for the whole year so far is the Michael J. Fox one. I've seen no other documentaries this year.
I have
Bill?
several actually, which is strange. And then also, this is my super duper extra crunchy short film honorable mention. This is essentially a short film that if it was 40 minutes, if it was the Academy standard 40 minutes or up, it would be on the list. How do you measure a year? It just made me cry my freaking eyes out. It was
It's about Rent, right? 525,600 minutes.
Rent is
How do you
referenced.
measure a year?
Well, no, it's not about Rent, but Rent is a plot point. Essentially, for those who don't know, How Do You Measure It was one of the documentary short nominees this year at the Oscars, and it was released back in June on HBO. And essentially, what it is this filmmaker, and he every year from when his daughter is 2 to when his daughter's 18, he sits her down on her birthday and asks her the same group of questions, and you see her kind of over a half an hour.
So the Billie Eilish interview, but for like 16 years.
It's
Okay.
really, really moving. Have you seen it, Tracy?
No, but that was the Billie Eilish reference was a great.
Sounds like Boyhood.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like Boyhood, but with a girl instead of a boy, and if it was
And it's
only a
more
fraction of a length.
documentarian. Yeah.
Documentary, and also is a fraction of the length. It's only 28 minutes.
You guys
Great.
keep going. I need to step out for just 1 second.
All right. Well, I guess I can start. I guess whose list is the longest? I'm guessing it's mine.
Yours is probably
You're
probably
because I'm
like
up to
30
20.
movies.
So
Okay, so should I start, and then when we get to 20, Luke can hop on after?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so my number 30 is, I have my list right here. Let's see. My number 30 is one that sadly came and went from theaters. It's a bummer. The Blackening.
Haven't seen it.
It was
It's-
hilarious.
It's funny, but it's my least
Hilarious.
favorite Midnight Madness from last year at TIFF. It didn't hit me as hard as the other ones. I don't
I-
know. It's funny, kind of, a little bit.
Very funny, but it's also marketed like it's more of a goofball movie. It
Mhm.
has a sharper satirical
That's why the
eye.
trailer did not sell me on it, because it looked
Okay,
too goofy for me.
But here's the thing. It's really not as much that. It's very sharply satirical, and I kind of knew I was in love with this movie from early on when you have Jay Farrow and Yvonne Orji, and they're in like the cold open, and they're playing the board game, The Blackening, and they're talking
Yeah.
about how which black character lived the longest in the
Survived.
horror survived longest,
Yeah.
and they mention
I can
Jada
tell you
Pinkett
this, though,
and
I find
Omar
the tagline
Epps.
funny. We can't
Scream
all
2
die for it.
reference.
I find
Yeah.
that funny.
Great tagline, but then it's Jada Pinkett and Omar Epps in Scream 2, and he said, "No, wait, they died at the very beginning," and he goes, and they're like, they probably couldn't afford to keep them, and then they kind of take a beat and almost kind of glance at the camera, and I was like,
Yeah.
I knew I was gonna
Okay,
love
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, now I actually really want to check that out now.
it. Very, very funny. So yeah,
Yeah.
The Blackening, check it
Some
out.
of the jokes were really good. Yeah.
And I loved Jermaine Fowler in particular as sort of like Urkel with maybe
Oh
more
yeah,
spot.
the guy who voted for Trump twice.
The guy
Yeah.
who voted for Trump. I voted for Trump
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
That's my pull quote, by the way. If you go on Letterboxd, he did vote for Trump twice. Also, if you like The Blackening, the movie, it's based on a skit that is on YouTube, and it's very, very funny.
I'm gonna look into that.
Okay, my number 29. I guess I can move on because no one else has this right. Number 29 is Creed 3. I
Really?
loved it. I thought it was really good. Really good.
Almost watched it on a plane like a week ago.
I still-
honestly, like, if it didn't go down for me on a rewatch or even just thinking about it, it would still be on my list. But again, processing the film, and also when the controversies came out about Jonathan Majors, that's actually when I decided to lower my score, because I was
It
just like,
tanked
that's
it a bit,
it's kind of
yeah.
irking me a little bit.
Like I didn't,
No.
I haven't watched the movie yet because of that. Because I'm like, I don't really know if it's gonna. I don't know if it's
But then
right for me
sometimes
to
I
watch
just
it now.
I don't want to
'cause it
just
might
have it
cloud
be
it.
like. But here's another thing. Here's the other thing is, I don't always want it to just be like where I talk crap about a movie because of the actor in it. That's
controversy.
because it's spawning a lot of controversy.
Yeah.
Like, the example is with The Flash,
Yeah.
Right.
because some people are just like, oh, because Ezra Miller's playing The Flash, put a bad
Yeah.
taste in my mouth, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A movie, not the TV show. We
it's
don't
true.
need Grant Gustin, okay?
It's
Moving
true
on.
because it's like you could.
We
you could
kind of
fix
needed
that
Grant
thing.
Gustin, though.
We do. We
I
could
will-
have.
Yeah.
But again, this is the movies universe. This is not the
Right.
show universe.
It's a good
okay?
point, though. I think that having hating on a
Sorry
movie
for that
for the
little tangent,
reasons that
but
it's
I
a
just-
bad movie.
I had to get that off my
is
chest.
How
Like-
it should be.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Let's have some structure. Let's not all talk
Again,
over
I'm
each other.
sorry for that little tangent, but I
No,
had to get
fine.
that off my chest because that was just
No, no.
going through my head, and I was just like, stop.
By all means, go on tangents. Just let's all take our turns, because then.
I know, but I just wanted to get that off my chest quick. I'm sorry.
Here's the thing: when we play it back, it's just kind of that people aren't going to hear what the points you guys are making. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know.
all right, number 28. If you guys are anybody else's thoughts on Creed 3? Anybody else?
I can't say anything. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I haven't
Alright.
seen it either.
Oh,
All right. Then
All right.
my number 28. Hey Luke, I know it's going to be low, but hey Luke, I'm back.
Yeah.
Wick with swords. Wick with swords. John Wick Chapter 4.
Yeah, it's a little low.
That's
Yeah.
low on your list.
It is because of how many movies I've seen this year. Now, here's the thing. I
That's
wanted
true.
to
But
point out
it's
my
but it's
top
still
30.
awesome. It's still awesome.
Oh, absolutely. My top 30 are all movies I gave 5 stars plus 2. So that they're pretty much on equal footing in a weird sort of way. But John Wick 4, here's the test I took with it. So my mom wanted to watch John Wick 4. She hadn't seen it yet. Jared, thank you, brother, gave me his digital copy. So we watched it.
And
I
also,
kind of-
but actually, here's the real question, though. Sorry to cut you off again.
Yeah.
Why did he give you a digital code?
Because he had an extra one.
There was because his copy
Yeah,
of the
they-
Blu-ray came with
Yeah.
2
Lucky me.
digital codes.
Somebody up there likes me. So we watch it, and I kind of had the back of my mind like the video's coming. Kind of the same thing when we rewatched another movie on this list, which I'm going to mention later. But when we were watching it, I was like, this is the test to see if the pace is still going to be as quick. Watching it at home again, it's
I
still
haven't
moving.
watched it at home yet, but I'm sure the pacing will definitely get better at home.
Well, here's the thing. It felt like it went by, like in the theater, it felt like it went by in an hour.
it was just like
Yeah. Like
Makes sense.
a 3-hour movie that feels like it's a fraction of the length. So John Wick 4 just
it's fucking great.
it is the epitome of that Jay and Silent Bob meme where Jay's yelling out, "Yeah, badass, yeah!"
The way I described it to people, the way that I always do, is that it's a mix of a Kurosawa like action film, a spaghetti
Yes.
western, and a European drama, and it does it so well where it's not like an action blockbuster, but it's like actual cinema. And I was like, it blew me away. I'm like, how can
Amazing.
an action film be this good?
And
Like,
seriously,
right.
you get John Wick killing people with nunchucks.
I know.
How is that not awesome?
the
So
cinematography, the lighting, the color grading they used was fucking insane. Like it was like really cool to look at in IMAX.
Now that we're talking about it, I think actually after we log off tonight, I'm going to watch that again.
I
Nice.
genuinely think that they are going to have the first stunt Oscar this year, and it's going to go to
Yes.
John.
It should have came out
Yeah,
last
sure
year
about that,
because they
though?
should have
We got
given it
another
to
one coming up
Jackass.
here.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we got another one coming up here, which I will talk about on my list.
Yeah.
but-
Because it's I gave you that mulligan. So yeah. Number 27 is on nobody else's list but mine because I'm pretty sure nobody else here's seen it. Maybe
Okay.
because he's a sick, warped little weirdo like me, so he might have seen this one. But my number 27 is a French film. If you know what it is, don't say it. My number 27 film is a delightful story that is like the demonic love child of Power Rangers, Drug
Oh,
and the
I've been
weirdest
seeing it
episode
yet.
of Are You Afraid of the Dark you've ever seen. My number 27 is Smoking Causes Coughing.
It's the same
I
guy
know
that
about
did
that one.
Rubber, so I'm like, I
It
have to
is.
fucking see it.
Quentin Dupieux. It
Yeah.
is. It is a story that teaches us so many life lessons. One that rats are some rats that ooze green slime and are horny for big-breasted female humans. That the tobacco force are a bunch of hypocrites, and that fish will tell you disturbing stories about mishaps involving clumsy nephews falling into their aunt's wood chippers and not feeling pain while they're being burned alive for your dinner. So there's that's
Yeah.
a delightful French farce.
Ouch.
Oh yeah,
Oh, and
My buddy saw
that
festival.
if you take a millennial woman and you put her in an old tiny thinking hat, she'll realize that her other millennial friends are evil and axe murder them. So it's or annoying as shit and axe murder them actually. So it is an insane movie. It's 78 minutes of madness, and I loved every minute of it. And it's
it's
called
French.
Smoking Causes Coughing.
And the
it's
French,
great.
the French are fucking crazy. I'll say
They
that.
are.
They're the craziest fucking movies, and I love them. Titan is a goddamn masterpiece.
Titan is a goddamn masterpiece, but it's also directed by Rubber, which I liked when it first was coming out. And
Rubber's fucking crazy. I
Rubber is
love-
amazing.
There he is. He's back.
And Mandibles. That's another.
Sorry about that.
That's it. Tracy's not happy. Tracy left.
Oh,
Now number 26. You know what? I'm gonna wait for Tracy. I'm gonna wait for Tracy. to
Wait,
come
does
in.
she like number 26? Is that why?
Yep. I think we all
Now,
do.
now we'll play the guessing game, and then it'll be something I
No.
don't like.
No.
We're not gonna play that game. This is not. We're not gonna
In
play any freaking like trivia games right now.
In case
No,
you're
no.
in case you're wondering, the answer is laugh at me. Good job, Frisky.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, but it was very good. It was very
But
good.
by the way, Frisky actually got me to watch his short film last night. We did our watch along for Scream 6.
Wasn't it great?
Bravo,
Very nice.
man. Dude, Frisky.
Bravo, buddy.
Dude, as your best bud on YouTube, or even just in general, man, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
You guys
I
are
agree.
sweet. I'm gonna have to turn my camera off again because now I'm gonna blush.
Aww.
Number 26. What's your number 26,
Oh
Grant?
yeah, because Tracy's back because we scared her off with the talk.
No, my cat was like being stupid. So
Oh,
My sister's cat is right next door. So if you,
Oh, I thought you were about to say your sister's also being stupid. I'm like,
well, she is, but then on top of that,
got him.
got him. So number 26. Hey, Luke. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Becca. Hey, maybe Alex.
Don't say blonde or I'll beat your ass.
No, that was on my top.
Trash.
That was my number 25 last year though.
That's
No,
a
but-
joke.
we're
Yeah.
in this year right now. Hold
Hey,
your horses.
hey guys, it's not safe, is it? I'm sure you'll do the right thing, sweetheart. Bo is afraid.
Why is it so
Licensed
fucking
production.
low? Why is
It's,
it so
it's higher
low?
on my list. I'll tell you that right
year.
now. It's higher on my list.
Because it's this
it's
year.
very high on my list.
It's
I
not
know.
Midsummer, but it's a fucking amazing film.
Sorry, someone tried to call me.
Yeah.
It was a spam call.
I can
Hello.
tell you this though, Frisky and Tracy and Grant, thank you guys so much. You guys got me to watch it.
Yes.
It is fucking insane.
It's-
Like, oh my god. Like, especially with the attic scene, I lost my mind. I was just like,
Penis
what
monster.
the fuck am I watching?
2 words. Penis
I
monster.
Yeah.
lost it. Like,
No, I have
that
I have
movie
8
is
words.
legit a drug trip. Like,
It
if
really
you really
is.
think about it, it's a drug trip.
I
6
love-
words. Drink the paint, you pussy faggot.
The following network does not endorse the words and or actions of Becca Sandergaard.
And I just
These
said,
are entirely of her own.
it's a good line. I read it in the script before the movie came out, and I'm like, I can't wait to see this person say this. That's insane. That script was fucking insane.
That movie.
Okay.
Here's the thing. The best part of this experience, and it's okay, and for those where we all have seen it, yes. Spoiler alert, I guess, about Beau is Afraid. So for the end credits, which is the biggest fuck you audience, you stuck around, you thought something was gonna happen. Hey. I, of course, because I sit through the credits all the time, I sat through the entire boat sinking. And the best part of it was hearing the usher standing on the sideline, like, and some dude said out loud, I guess louder than he realized, he goes, I don't know what this dude is waiting for. It's literally just the boat sinking.
I just love how it was real time of him drowning. You just watched him drown, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's fucked up. I love it. Like it's
Oh,
Ari
God.
And I
Aster's
love the
a great
parallel
bitch.
of like watching people leave the stadium while people are
Yeah.
leaving the theater.
Yeah.
It's, like,
As we
so
left.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
like if I can guarantee you this though. If
Mhm.
my theater actually did play that movie, I would have wanted to see it. And
Oh, yeah. With an
I would
audience.
tell you
should've
this.
taken-
I
you
would
should've
think
taken your
probably
mom to
like
see it.
99% of my theater, like people that would come to see Beau is Afraid, 99% of my theater would just walk out. Like
His theater is just racist towards A24 films. They don't get that.
basically,
That's my theater.
basically yes.
you-
I
Luke, are
agree
you
with
gonna-
you. Frisbee.
Are you gonna
Basically,
show it
yes.
to your mom? Are you gonna show Beau is Afraid to your mom? Because I think that'd be a great. I would tell my mom to
Absolutely
watch
not.
it because
No.
it's fucking great.
Happy
My mom
Mother's
saw
Day,
it
Not
Mom.
doing
very
that with
in
my
love.
parents. It is way too weird for their taste.
I watch
I don't know.
everything with my parents. Like
My-
David
my
Lynch is
mom
one of my
loved
mom's
Hereditary.
favorite directors too.
Yeah.
Well,
I would
I can't watch that with my parents because, like, they don't watch weird shit like I do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my
That's,
mom
that's
to watch
another thing. My
Titanic.
parents are like, do not have the same taste as me when it comes to movies. Like, they do not watch weird stuff like I do.
So Beau's Afraid, just I guess to elaborate, Beau's Afraid, what I loved about it is that it's 3 hours. I feel like I didn't think it was too long. I know that's a common criticism because I feel like it's an endurance test. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be.
I
but
can
I
agree
think,
with that.
I would say this for those who've seen Beau is Afraid. Go watch Tracy's phenomenal spoiler talk that she did,
Oh my goodness. Thank
where
you.
she broke it down in a way that honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. In some of the other videos where I've discussed it with other people, I might have stolen some of your takes, just a little, without
That's
even
okay.
thinking about it.
That was a
Because-
legendary live stream. That was so
It
fun.
was so
I mean,
much fun.
come on, Frisky, you're a part of it, man. So
I was very happy to be.
I love how also in
and
hindsight,
pretty soon I might get a chance to review it. I definitely want to review Beau is Afraid. I mean, I know nobody's really gonna care at this point, but
People
know-
care though, because like I know, like I'll watch a movie that's from like 10 years ago or whatever, and then I'll like Google it or search it on YouTube, and I'll find people that did do an analysis or a review on
Yeah.
it, and I like that stuff.
yeah, but I'm
Well,
just
if you
saying,
have
like
it-
in
if you
regards
have
to
a
like what the
different
algorithm's
take-
gonna be when it comes to a movie
Yeah.
like Beau is Afraid, I just don't feel like people are gonna care at this point. But
But if you
Yeah.
have a different,
but I
take
really
that's-
want to talk about it because there's a
Yeah.
lot of like there is a lot of stuff that occurs in that movie, and I mean a lot.
it's great. But we got to move on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but like,
I gotta
because
move
again,
on.
we'll talk about it later.
But the last thing I will say, and in hindsight, I think this is brilliant. On second, because I talked to my friend about this, Ben, and Ben Chubbs. He's part of the crew,
Mhm.
and he mentioned, and I said, "Oh my God, you're right." Is that Mona Wasserman, or was it Wasserman? Mona Wasserman is so ubiquitous that she technically also owns the movie. Because if you watch it at the beginning of the movie, it says MW at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like she owns Beau to such a
Oh,
degree
It took
that
us
she
a
even
while
owns
to
his
get
phone.
that.
Oh my God.
They put the MW logo on the ground in Toronto, and we were like, "What does this mean?" And now you say that it makes sense that
Oh
it's
my
that
God,
we're in
that's
the
so
movie.
good.
Yeah,
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. I love it so much. And one thing I love even more about it is it's one of those movies. It's classic A24 because it's one of those movies where people all stood up in the theater. They left. I was left alone watching the credits, and I was watching back. Everyone was dead silent, but there was just this air of I want one person to say that was awesome, so I can tell them that they're a piece of shit. Like there was just this air of what the
Yeah.
fuck was that shit? There was just
Yeah.
this air of that feeling. I welcome that. We need that in wide release. Like we need movies that challenge us to the degree that
Yeah.
Beau is Afraid did, and are that polarizing, including Blonde. I'm sorry, Becca. That's how I feel.
It's
the same
okay.
thing
I
for
get
me.
it. I just
And the
Andrew
Idol.
Dominic is just a piece of shit. That's
Kind of, but the movie is still good. I stand by that.
artistically,
I just
you
don't
have-
understand how she was nominated for Best Actress. I have
That's-
no
yeah.
idea.
and she
You
got it
just took
over.
Tracy, you just took the word
Deadweiler.
right out of my mouth. That's exactly
Yeah.
what I was gonna say.
Stop insulting
She was
my
great in
wife.
the movie, though. I'll give you that. But
She's-
Oscar worthy? No.
Yes. Anyway,
No way. Sorry.
Also for those, while we're making controversial statements, The Idol is just an erotic psychodrama about a kinky, fucked up, troubled relationship.
It
Get over
is, but it got worse every week
It
until
did.
it was a joke.
It
All right.
did.
Until it was
It
bad.
did. It did. But I don't think it was taking it that seriously. I think it was trying to be funny. I really do. I think it was meant to
Okay.
be a lark. Anyway, moving. And
on.
also, Lily, despite how sucky that show is, Lily Rose Depp deserves the world. She's truly talented.
Okay.
But moving on. My number 25. Oh, if you guys thought Beau was Afraid was too low. Hey, Tracy.
Yeah.
Sky. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Okay.
It's in my 20s too. It's in like 25 for me as well. I agree with that.
It'll definitely be higher on my list, but it's such a fucking good movie.
What a fucking perfect ending to that trilogy. I mean, it's just so moving. And I'll say this: if you're an animal lover like my mother, for instance, who liked the first two Guardians movies, don't watch it. Don't
No.
watch it.
No, but it's good. Like animal lovers, I'm fucking vegan, and like when I watched it, I was like, I'm glad because like this shit goes on all the fucking time, and like it's good that people see this, you know.
Tracy,
That's
don't,
them.
Like that's what makes this it all the more sad for me because it's like I'm an animal lover myself.
it ripped my heart out, man.
It's
I mean,
the best
I feel
MCU
Like I just
film
bawled my
since-
eyes out like you're in like that one scene. Like, and not gonna spoil it for anyone that hasn't seen it because I'm not a dick.
I'll say, I think I know what scene you're talking about, and all I'll say is when Rocket breaks down and
Mhm.
attacks the High Evolutionary. What the thing that
Yeah.
causes that to happen? That ripped my freaking heart out.
It really
it's the
did.
best.
That
it's
was
the
what
best
got me.
MCU film since Infinity War. It's the
Yeah.
best MCU film since Infinity
I
War.
can
I'd
agree, I
say
can
yeah.
agree to a certain
Everything
extent,
else
but it's
has been
still like
schlock,
not in
but
my.
that's been good.
I like Shang-Chi. I like Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi
It
was
was fun. It
great.
wasn't a good movie, but it was fun. Yeah.
But the thing is that with it, what I loved about it is, well, first off, the soundtrack was good. I'm sorry for those who say it wasn't. Fuck you. Flaming
Come
Lips
on,
are
man. The
awesome.
soundtrack is, dude.
Yeah, it was
Every
fire.
James Gunn film, the soundtrack is always fire.
Dog Days Are Over was the right
Mhm.
song to end the trilogy with. I stand by.
Yeah,
that.
that's true. I agree.
It's a good song.
Wait,
I
really?
like Florence and the Machine.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said it wasn't. I was like,
No, I said
bro,
it was
what?
perfect.
Good. It's a good one. It's a good song.
It was.
Yeah, it was a good way to do that. But anyways,
But yeah, great movie. And it made me cry over a cybernetic otter. So there you go.
yep, sure did.
And these are weirdly kind of tied because I guess they have a commonality. But my number 24, hey Becca,
No.
protect trans kids, including Gwen Stacy. Spider-Man
Oh,
Across
yes.
the Spider-Verse.
Oh, come on, man.
Go. Let's go.
Ah.
The most trans superhero movie of the year.
Hey.
It's clear that that's what that is.
Hey, Chud's watching. It is a
It's
trans
true.
coming of age story.
It-
Fuck
it-
you.
It's a coming out of the
Oh.
closet
It
movie.
is.
Too low.
Yeah.
I'm
100%.
sorry, but that's too low.
I watched it once and I'm like, yeah, this is a coming out of the closet movie. There's no
Okay.
other way to see it.
Hey Luke, would you believe me if I told you that there are 2 animated films that are higher on my list than this? Now, I will, and I'm not going to say what they are. Now,
I can just tell you this right now. Like,
Nimona.
I'm actually not. Actually, no, we're not going to say that yet.
don't spoil it, Becca. Damn it.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was an accident.
I'm sure he didn't say elemental.
Damn
right?
you, vile woman.
No.
Anyway,
Not
No,
Elemental.
no,
I still really liked it.
No,
though,
no,
I'll
no.
give you
Yeah,
that. I
not
really
you, Becca. No, I was gonna. I'm saying
No,
like I'm sure
no,
Brand,
I
Brandon
don't
didn't
think
pick
I don't
Elemental.
think Grant has Elemental on there because I think a lot of people don't like Elemental. They just
Hey,
thought it was
Trey-
boring.
I do.
hey
I do.
Tracy, to answer your query, I will say this. I don't want to spoil anything, but let's put it this way. I did like Elemental the second time I saw it when it was called Past Lives.
Nice.
You had to
Past
put
Lives.
that movie again. Come on, man.
Past Lives.
Good.
A24
I
goodness.
like Elemental.
Oh my goodness.
But no, Spider-Man, they topped perfection.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did it, but they did. I
Really
can't wait
movie.
for Beyond. I know it's not coming next year, very likely, but I'm
Probably
counting the days.
26.
Probably.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can wait. I'm
Yeah.
settled in.
Well, we
and then-
waited for Across. We can wait for Beyond because the wait for Beyond is going to be like 3-4 years. It's not. No, it's going to be like 3 years. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now what's even funnier?
You have a
about it
comment
is-
from Brian.
Oh, I do. Oh, Brian, you're
thank
I
the
hope.
Brian.
I hope Brian plays the drums and that's not a lie.
He does.
Brian drums.
Okay,
He
good
does.
because
That's
he'd
like
have to
his
change
channel.
his name to guitar if he's not playing the drums. Like
Brian, you are one of my most loyal members of the crew, one of my most loyal regulars. Brian, you're amazing. We love you.
Yeah, Brian.
Oh, Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
Before you move on to the next one, we have
I will.
to state and confirm Gwen Stacy is
Yes.
a trans girl,
Yep.
and that is a fact. Fuck you, everyone that went in my comments after
Yeah.
IGN posted my shit. Fuck you, it's true.
Yeah.
Take
Fuck-
it up the ass.
Oh, and also, fuck the Fox News twats who said that
yes.
you shouldn't take your kids to Barbie because there's a trans Barbie.
Oh yeah, fuck
yourself.
them too. Fuck them. I'm gonna see it a million times.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it
Spider-Man.
twice
Thursday.
just to stick it to you, Tucker Carlson. You fucking
Fuck that guy.
I have a quick
And they
question
invited-
too. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I have a quick question because I wasn't positive and I wanted to ask you. I'm not saying negative or positively. Is the trans person in Barbie? Is that Dylan Mulvaney?
No, it's
Hari Neff, isn't it?
Hari Neff from The
Yeah.
Idol and from Assassination
Oh,
Nation.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, because they only
Yeah,
show
that actually makes more sense.
for like 2
Yeah.
seconds, so I wasn't sure it kind of
No, yeah,
resembles.
No, you're
so-
good. You're
Hari.
good.
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Because
just
we have 3 in existence that do Hollywood things. We have Hunter Schafer, Hari Neff, and Dylan Mulvaney. We have no one else. That's our 3. That's our 3.
in the intersect community, we have River Gallo.
That's true. That's true. We do. also have,
We'll get to her and a film she was in later on.
yeah, because you have that.
I do, and I don't think anyone else saw it.
I didn't
Sadly.
see it.
But yeah, the last thing on Spider-Man is if anyone who has watched Austin Putnam when he, I think it was Joe from the Putnam crew when he was talking about taking his buddy to see Avengers: Infinity War. I had a similar situation when I took my friend, my childhood best friend, to see Across the Spider-Verse the second time I saw it, where I was looking at his face, and when the cliffhanger happened, he said, "What? No,
This is the funny thing, though.
Well,
'cause,
no."
if you guys watch my live show, if you guys were ever watching my live show, my good friend Zach Goller, he took his girlfriend to see Across the Spider-Verse for his second time and her first time.
Mm-hmm.
And when that cliffhanger happened, she literally just flat out said, "That was rude."
Yeah. Have you guys seen?
I found that funny. I was just like, but I mean, I get that to a certain degree, but it's like, for the longest time though, the film was advertised as Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Part 1.
Yeah. But the best one responding to this ever was YMS when they did when he did his review, or they did their review, and it was they're doing the people's reaction, and it was just like, what the fuck, and then they loop in the Saw video game dev going, "Get me out of here! I didn't do anything! Oh fuck! Get me out!
God
Help
bless
me!"
America.
Oh,
Okay.
it's so good. All right. Anyway, 23, or we're never gonna get out of here. 23. Hey guys, if the chuds haven't left already, you're gonna leave after this. Number 23 is Peter Pan and Wendy, bitches.
Okay. I didn't see it.
Went way down on my list. I'll tell you that.
This is how
Way
you do
down.
a Disney remake. Take notes. Here's the key. You want to make a Disney remake? All you got to do, one simple thing, have David Lowery direct it. Between this and Pete's Dragon, let him go off into the woods with a bunch of kids and make a Terrence Malick movie for children. That's what you do. And he did it, and it was beautiful. I loved Peter Pan. And Wendy. It reminded me of, and I mean this is the highest compliment because it was tied as my number 1 in 2009. It reminded me of Spike Jonze's Where the Wild Things Are.
Okay.
It had
I saw that in 2009. Need to watch it again. I feel like it needs a rewatch.
It had that feel, and what I loved
Bleak
about
as
it,
hell. Sorry.
it is bleak as hell. That's one of the things I like about it. It's not a children's movie. That's one of the things I like about it.
But it is a children's movie, but people have been indoctrinated to think that children's movies have to be all like one pattern. Like,
exactly.
let's make.
I never
kids'
thought of
movies
it
are
like
fucking
that.
wild
But here's
again.
my thing about Peter Pan and Wendy.
Yeah.
Like, Jude Law's Captain Hook, honestly, like really looking back on it, is perfect casting. Like, he is great as Captain Hook. But Peter Pan is the entire time. Like,
Oh,
we love you,
the
Max.
Max.
his mom,
my
Christina
boyfriend.
Applegate.
Aw.
No, that's a joke though that they're related. Then they might be. We're not sure actually, but
Yeah,
Well-
but anyways, like I was saying, like, I just did not care about Peter Pan in that movie at all. Like, that's the biggest problem with that film. is
Okay.
that if you
This
don't
is-
care about your main character, it's not going to be good. Like,
Well, first off,
Like,
that's
most of the
not
time.
true at all. Second off,
Yeah.
Luke, look at The Wolf of Wall Street. Second off, Luke.
Yeah.
Here's, I think, the key. I hear this argument every time I say this is on my list. Peter Pan, in all of the best adaptations, including the book, is a little shit. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to like Peter
Well,
Pan.
it's
He's
the
supposed to be
same thing
immature.
with when people get mad about movies that are focused on villains like House of Jack built or the Maniac
Mhm.
reboot. It's like
Yep.
they're still good movies though. Yeah, you're following a piece of. It's the same with Titan. You're following
Right.
a piece of shit, but it's a
Absolutely.
good movie because they're.
It's
a
an
good
interesting
character.
piece of shit.
You know,
Yeah.
you can have bad characters as the hero as the main people. Like that
Yeah.
can happen.
So,
Well, it's
Grant,
also-
I just have a question for you because I
Sure.
didn't see the film. One of the things I heard about it, like, made me just like I was just baffled, and that's the whole thing where Wendy in this version doesn't want to be a mother, and that's like the crux of her character in the book. And it's like in this one, she's like, I don't want to be a mother. Like, doesn't
Well-
matter. It's like, we don't need to like. Obviously, there's tons of movies that already showcase that. We're in 2023. Like, we're not saying women need to be mothers, but like that's her personality and character, and it's been that way forever. Like, she's
Mhm.
fostering the Lost Boys, and she likes that traditional family type of thing, and like she's a very nurturing person.
Yeah. Well, to answer your question,
Thank you.
Tracy. First, to answer your question, Tracy, they split the difference because she does eventually want to have a domestic life. That's kind of the message of the movie. When she initially gets there, she's more of like the girl boss version of Wendy, but the thing is she does come around to like, I'm going to grow up, I'm going to have a family, I'm going to be a mom. And then she's happy with that reality. Now, I think I think they do a good job of kind of splitting the difference between changing a little bit and being true to the book. Because I love the book. I read the book. So it's more the original anime. There are moments like the flying through the clock thing. They could do kind of like the cartoon. But a lot of it is more of a remix of that in the book. And that's what I liked about it. It was kind of like Pete's Dragon in a weird way. It was kind of had that same feel. But yeah, I love Peter Pan and Wendy. If you look at
Fair enough. I'm not going to argue with you on it.
This is also why the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes just needs to not be a marketing tool anymore, because it has an 11 because Chuds went on just...
Yeah.
There was
11%? Really?
You could just make an account and then say stuff. I think the audience score should be banned from that website.
Let me get this straight about it. I don't care for the film, but 11% for an audience score, that's too low, honestly. That's way too low.
But see, Luke, you liked it until literally until I liked it, and then all of a sudden you were like,
no, I know. I didn't like I liked it the first time I watched it, but then
change your opinion
but thinking about it and sitting more on it, that was when my opinion changed.
I watched
that's another thing. Like it depends on when I think about it, like if it goes down or up. Like that's the thing about me.
That's fair. And I did that with Wonder Woman too. And the second one. And the thing is like I watched it again. I watched it with someone for the second time I watched it, and I liked it even more. So I think that was the key. I think that really was what did it. But anyway, moving on. Number 22. This is also not going to be on anybody else's list, but maybe it's just because I'm going to be 30 this year, and I just resonated with this movie so deeply. But Somebody I Used to Know, the Dave Franco movie. I just really loved this movie.
I liked it. I liked it. It was decent, but didn't quite love it. I mean, I liked it though.
It just resonated with me. I know that it's one of those movies where, like, I totally get if it's not, because it's one of those movies where you are kind of being asked to like people who make really who are to say they're deeply flawed is kind of an understatement. But it's so good. And then the last one before we get to, so it's going to be Luke and Becca, right? Who are going to be joining me at 20.
I have 15. I have 15 to 1.
Yeah, I got 20. So
I have
that's
10,
that's a good point, Fritzky. I agree. We do need to stay on topic, and we need to kind of move forward. And we can't detour as much, guys.
I know. All of a sudden, we started talking about where the wild things are.
Yeah, just happened. Right. So now my number 21, and then we'll get to Luke. And then you're joining at 15, right? And then who's joining at 10?
I am not going to join in until number 8 because like I've seen what like 12 or 13 films total, but I only really feel like talking about 8.
Okay. What about you, Tracy?
I have everything down ranked of everything I've seen this year, and I believe it's 10 or 11 movies.
Okay.
Again, these year's movies. Obviously, I've seen other movies.
Yeah.
But,
right. So my number 21, and Luke, thank you, brother. Skinnamarink-a-dink-a-dink, skinnamarink-a-doo.
I actually, funny enough, Grant, like while we were having technical difficulties, I told this to Tracy that I don't hate it anymore.
Yeah, which is great.
And I even told that to Frisky that I don't hate it anymore. Like that's the thing. Like that's the thing that's kind of shocking people is that I don't hate Skinamarink anymore. Like, because even like looking back on my review, like I give it a very negative review, but I just don't think I was in the right mood by that time.
Yeah,
but thinking about it and hearing some theories about the film, I was like, you know what? I was being too harsh.
I think
it's not a narrative picture; it's a vibe movie. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing I forgot though, because that really wasn't like what I was in for, to be honest with you. Like when I first
if you ask me, just so everyone has a chance to say what they want to say, we should probably like let Grant like say everything he wants to say about the film, and then we can probably chime in after.
And then
I know, but I just wanted to get that off my chest quick.
Yeah,
so.
You got it. It just creeped me out. I mean, basically, it was a primal. Let's put it this way: I closed my eyes. First image I saw was that little girl with no eyes and mouth, and I was just like, that worked. That doesn't
Okay,
happen.
now that is creepy. That is creepy. And I mean, I have
worked
nightmares like
on
that.
me, and then
I can't really blame you. So
the last time that happened was the last shot of Saint Maud. Like, that was the last movie that got me to a place where I was just like, fuck, I can't sleep. Like, I'm just
the
gonna
last
have
shot
to-
was good though. I'll tell you this though. The last shot is good.
Of Skinamarink.
No, I'm talking about Saint Maud. The last
The whole
shot was
movie
good.
was good. Damn it. Watch
I don't
it
care
again.
for that movie. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Not for me.
All right, fair enough. But Skinamarink, that's not what we're talking about, though. Skinamarink. So Skinamarink,
I know but since you pointed out Saint Maud, I just wanted to get that off.
Right. It was on my best.
Again, I know we need to get through
Yeah,
this.
we
but
do.
I just wanted to
We
point it out.
really do. Okay, Skinamarink, 21, fantastic. So for 20, or let's just do our usual order. So Luke, what's your number 20, buddy?
Number 20. I actually got to this one a couple weeks late because my theater was going to be getting rid of it on the 11th of this month. So I figured since
I
I was
think I know
going
what
on a
it is.
Sunday on a Sunday afternoon, I decided to go to my theater to go check it out and see what I thought. And I really, really dug this movie. Number 20 is No Hard Feelings. That is one
Nice.
of the funniest and the sweetest rom-coms I have seen in quite some time. Jennifer
You're
Lawrence.
freezing up, buddy. Cutting out.
How is it on me? Like, I'm fine.
Oh.
Oh, it's definitely Grant again.
It's on Grant's
Who's
side. I mean,
frozen?
I'm
Someone's
fine.
frozen.
No, it's
That might be you. I mean, it might just be your connection. I don't know what it is.
Because I think we can all hear each other.
I mean, can you guys
No,
hear me
it's
fine?
fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Jennifer Lawrence was great in this film. It's great to see her back in theatrical films. It's really great to see her back. The kid that played it as in the film I thought was hilarious. He was really funny.
Yes.
And the parents were good too. I mean, Matthew Broderick, dude.
Really
Matthew
talented.
motherfucking Broderick. Where has he been? Like, where has Matthew Broderick been, dude? It was so awesome to see him back in the film. Very well directed. It's really funny. I laughed my ass
The
off.
best
at certain
movie he's
moments.
been in. So
Oh, we're having glitching issues again. We're having glitching problems.
okay.
Okay, now I think
Yeah,
we're
there's
we good now?
glitches. I think so. Yeah, it's back.
Okay,
Everyone
All
can
right.
hear me okay, right?
I can hear you. I can hear you fine.
Glitch there.
Yeah, it's just a little
Yeah.
glitch, but anyways, but yeah, really dug this movie. I laughed out loud, and there were some times it kind of hit me in the feels in some good ways. So yeah, No Hard Feelings. Number 20.
The only
Check
thing
it out,
I'll
you guys
add
get a
is
chance,
it's
by the
not
way.
on my
Check it
list.
out.
I really. It's not on my list. I really dug it. The naked beach fight was glorious and hilarious.
That
and
scene,
awesome.
dude, and Jennifer. And
Brilliant.
This is the funny thing about it. Jennifer Lawrence was actually naked in that scene. They did not do CGI on her.
Yeah. No CG.
That's what made it
And
even
the other
funnier.
Okay, so Luke, now that you've seen this movie and you've seen Good Boys, will you go on Amazon tonight and watch Jury Duty finally? From these two writers, because
We'll
it's
see.
James Marsden plays James Marsden in it. And there's a
I
sex
know,
drive
and you
joke.
know how much of a big fan of James Marsden I am. Like, I'm a huge fan of the guy, so I'll watch
Sex
it
Drive,
soon.
by the way, underrated sex comedy. We're talking about teen sex comedy.
Ian,
Sex Drive is so
I'm gonna ask you a
underrated.
question. I want a straight answer. You queer? I freaking love that movie. If I were to interview James Marsden one day, I definitely want to ask him a little bit about Sex Drive.
I'd ask him about Enchanted, but that's just anyway. Moving on.
Okay, sorry, but okay, yeah, we gotta get moving. Anyways,
Oh,
You're number
also,
20?
Becca, in case you wanted to know, about an hour ago, the Rotten Tomatoes embargo for Barbie lifted. I have not checked it.
I'll look at it right now.
I saw some of the. I actually saw some reviews pop up from Chris Stuckman and Jeremy Johns.
I hear that some people are saying there's going to be a lot of
Zach
insecure
Pope
men.
and Ranginus. They're
A lot of insecure men are going to hate the movie.
Well, fuck him.
I'm back. A lot of insecure men are going to hate the movie because it's poking fun at things.
Real quick, when you Google Barbie, there's like pink sparkles. Neat. I like it.
So, as a
I already
93
know
right
that's
now.
not what the film is going to be
At
honest.
90.
Like I already know.
93. Yeah, no,
And
some men are gonna hate it.
Go, baby.
And even if it is, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Women exist. Fuck you.
I know. And
Yeah.
wait, you said Rebecca, you said 93. It's at a 93 right now, right?
It's at a 93 right now, which I'm
That's
assuming
awesome.
some chuds don't
Go.
like it, but other than that, everyone loves it.
I'm so excited.
I'm
I'm
excited.
even more excited now that you tell me that. Like, I'm seeing it Thursday
Yeah.
night. So
Okay, so my
Right.
number 20.
Mhm.
Since unless you want to anything else on No Hard Feelings, Luke, or can we move
no,
on?
I already got my feelings,
Okay.
no pun intended, out of the way about it.
No hard feelings for your disliking of Peter Pan Wendy. No, anyway,
Hold on a second. I don't hate it. I don't care
saying-
for it though. I just don't care for it.
Luke, we got to move on, buddy.
I'm on
Sorry,
Fritzky's vibe
I
right
had to
now.
solidify that with you for a second.
Tracy's already bailed. Fritzky looks
Yeah.
like he's ready to kill all of us.
I'm starting to feel like Fritzky right now. I'm like, bro, I haven't even talked about my top 15 yet. Like, holy shit.
We're
Like,
almost there, but we just got to keep the train
We
rolling.
just gotta
But
hurry up. I'm sorry.
We're
We kept this
moving-
on for long enough.
I'll say this: we're moving it a lot faster than we usually do because I think there's a little more structure this time. But anyway, my number 20, Fritzky. Where did you go? Damn it! Are you here?
Wait,
You're
he
muted.
just came in my room to get jeans.
Okay.
All right.
Can you hear me?
yeah, so what's your number 20 then?
My number 20. I'm gonna wait for this.
You did number 20.
Why?
Okay.
You're
There's
doing
a-
20.
There's a reason. Fritzky. My number 20.
No, wait, you already did number 20. 23. Oh, yeah!
Infinity Pool. That movie. You son of a bitch. Infinity Pool's great. You're wrong. You are
It's good.
wrong.
It sucked at the test screening. Me and my friends. Which version did you see? Did you see the version where you
I've
see
seen both.
Alexander Skarsgård's whole cock as he comes, or just the other one? Because we saw the one where he just comes all over the ground. We saw that at the test screening.
Yeah,
We were
I
like,
saw
this
that.
is fucking insane.
I saw that version. Yeah.
Like,
I saw both.
gnarly.
I've now seen the uncut and the cut version. I will say
I
this.
could tell you that it was uncut, you know?
Guys, this movie is a masterpiece. And yes, I mean it.
Possessors. of
Yes.
Masters.
Again, I'm just gonna.
They
say
both
this.
are.
It's a bit too early to say that, to be honest with you. It's a bit too early.
Yeah.
For you, Luke, don't speak for me.
I'm just trying
I'm
to say, man,
sorry.
it's a bit
I
too
take
early to
this
say
movie
that.
very personally. This movie means something to me. No, I'm kidding. No, but for real though, I do love this movie. I think this movie's great, and I went with my buddy Ryan, and we left the theater and we were doing our first reactions, and he said to me, and I think this is perfect. He says, "This movie," and I said, "That is the most existentially. That is the most one of the most fucked up endings I've ever seen." And then he said, "It was good though, right?" He goes, "Oh no, it was fantastic." I'm like, right, but like it was just like, existentially fucked up, and he's right. This is a movie all about how the idle rich treat people like shit to an extreme degree and then go back to their lives like nothing happened, and the callousness of it. And it's about the identity and what it means to be the right person
It is.
in the wrong form. The dad
Rich people are stupid, the movie.
rich people
Yeah.
are stupid and evil. The
The
other
dad
thing is-
with Life with Derek
yeah,
is
the
a
dad
fucking
from Life
menace in
with
the
Derek
movie.
is King
He's
Chad
scary.
and terrifying. Right. He's the most terrifying King Chad of them all. The dad
Mhm.
from Life with Derek. And the whole movie, it's just Alexander Skarsgård. If the Northman didn't prove he wasn't a nepo baby, this sure does. And he has it. He has the talent to back himself up. He's
Yeah.
physical. Mia Goth, the queen.
Yeah,
Holy
she's great,
fuck! Mia Goth is just, isn't she just?
and she talks
She's
like
a
that
genius.
too. When
I
I
know.
saw her, she talks like that. That's her real voice. It's
She
not a
just-
put on.
I can't wait to see her in Blade if she doesn't bail because of the strike.
No, I'm more excited for Maxine. Bring Maxine.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
Maxine, dude.
Scene is gonna be.
Bring it.
I'm so excited.
Yep.
I'm so glad it's a trilogy, aren't you? I'm so glad we have an X trilogy.
Yeah,
That makes me
a
so
porn
happy. as a
trilogy.
person.
Let's go.
Yeah, a porn
A
horror
pro-sex,
trilogy.
a pro-sex worker horror trilogy. Let's go. It's great.
will-
It's cool.
And
It's
the
awesome.
and the guy who runs the projection is now going to be Superman.
Yeah.
Guy from Pearl. But anyway, yeah, Infinity Pool is the shit. Go watch it.
Mhm.
It's my number 20.
Nice.
All right, Luke, 19. Luke.
All right. This is one that I know is not going to be on anyone's list on this stream because I know no one that I know was not able to see this movie. I finally checked it out like about a few days ago. This movie's so fucking good. Number 19 is A Good Person.
I haven't seen
That
it.
was good. It was a good movie.
I'm telling you guys, you gotta check this movie out.
Florence Pugh was fantastic.
Like always.
Is that the Zach Braff movie?
Yeah,
Yep,
that's the one where
written
she
and
gets
directed by Zach
addicted
Braff.
to
So
drugs.
yeah,
like
very.
Zach Braff movies.
And fun fact for that film, Florence Pugh actually chopped off her hair for that movie. She actually did that. She talked about that with Zach, but apparently he didn't want her to do that. But she was like, "Let me do it." So she did that, and it's a really heartfelt, touching story. It's really funny at times. Like the chemistry that Pugh shares with Morgan Freeman is fantastic. Like, and yeah, whenever you guys get a chance to do so, I highly implore you all check this movie out. It's so freaking good.
Okay.
I think it's one of Florence Pugh's better performances. It hit a certain way for me. I don't have it in my list though, but I liked it.
Florence Pugh is great in everything, but I haven't seen this movie, so I can't speak to it.
Midsummer is still her best
You definitely
performance.
did. Like Grant, I implore you, man, check it out.
Puss in
So
Boots
good.
and Last Wish. Just saying.
Yes, Goldilocks. Yes.
It was just right. It was just right, people.
Too
All right,
salt. Too hard. Love that.
So 19.
Oh, baby. Sniff them out.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, I have to.
It's okay. Shouldn't
I just
shouldn't
fucking
got
love that
started.
movie. I really do.
So number 19, that's your number 19 then?
Yep, Good Person is my number 19.
I plan on doing that. Maybe that'll be one of the movies I play end of the year catch up. One, I'll say this, I'm not going to do end of the year catch up because my mom and my sister watched it and told me everything that happened, and I don't want to watch it. Was The Sun. Now I don't want to watch it. It was on
So
my
I have a story about The Sun. All my friends went to it, the TIFF premiere. They left and they're like, "This is the worst fucking thing they've ever seen." One of my friends, it's an online joke now on his Twitter about how fucking bad that movie is. It's like a very it's like trying to make a movie about like let's help people with suicide, but then doing the wrong things. Like that's what the movie is. It's like fucking terrible. That's what people are saying. It's so disgustingly inappropriate.
Yeah.
And when they left and told me, I'm like, I'm never fucking watching it then. Fuck that movie.
And I loved The Father, so that's the bummer. But hey,
For the
Luke,
same director. That's even more of a bummer there.
it's a prequel
It's a
too.
downfall. It's unfortunate that it's so bad.
Okay,
when
but
its
let's
last
move
was
on
so
here.
good.
Let's move on.
All right, number 19. Hey, Luke, let's do some call and response. Luke. All right. So what are you going to call it? What are you going to call it?
Is this a reference to Air?
Damn, Becca.
I
Hold on a second.
haven't
Hold on a
seen it
second.
yet.
I need the great.
Yet.
Here's the quote. I need the greatest basketball shoe that's ever been made.
Who's the player?
Jesus.
Michael Jordan.
Can't afford him. Air is my number 9.
Yes, Air is freaking great.
Luke, the monologue he says to the Jordans.
Yo,
Matt Damon.
that monologue
Montel
is
Jordan.
picture perfect. Like
For those who
one
are
of
wondering,
the best monologues.
it's great. So earlier when we were talking about John Wick, I said I recently saw a movie a second time that was also going to be a test on if it would stay on my list. That other movie was Air. It stayed on my list because
That's another high recommendation for you guys. If you guys have not seen Air, that's another high recommendation.
one of the best screenplays of this variety since The Social Network. Every line in this movie just sings.
Amazing,
It's so
man.
well written. It's so
I don't know
funny. It's so funny. It's so moving. The characters, from little details like discussing the fact that the slogan for Nike allegedly had to do with a firing squad. Just do it.
Yes.
Like people being like all that stuff, all the way down to that monologue, all the way down to the soundtrack of just the 80s, right at the beginning for Money for Nothing by Dire Straits over the opening Amazon logo.
Ooh, that's how they get me. I love that song.
Yeah.
It's a great
Hey, Grant.
song. Yeah.
You got a name for it?
Great band. Yeah.
Air Jordan. Really?
It'll grow on me. It'll grow
Yeah.
on me.
It's so. It also proves that
Oh my God.
Damon and Affleck should do more movies together. Between this, The Last Duel, and Good Will Hunting, like they need to.
They need
and
to.
Dogma
Yes, I
and
agree.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Applesauce, bitch.
Yes.
Hey,
Anyways,
look. Well, to be fair to Affleck, love him or hate him, he was the bomb in Phantoms. Word, bitch. Phantoms like a motherfucker.
Ben Affleck was the
Word,
shit in Phantoms,
bitch.
yo.
Phantoms like a motherfucker.
Yes,
I
sir.
think Air is the first film from their newly formed production company that they started together.
Actually,
Yeah, I
It
think
might
so.
really?
actually be.
I mean, I've already watched it twice, but
It's
that's one of
great.
those films, honestly, that really will put me in a good mood. Like
Inse-
after I'm done watching it, even because again, this is not even a spoiler. Like, to be honest with you, like, because this is an actual story. Like, when they were actually able to get Michael Jordan for Nike, I was like,
I'm gonna tell you guys something. Blackberry is the best movie about a product this whole year.
Becca, will you wait?
wait your turn, please.
For the love of God, wait.
It's a great movie.
I have
Well,
like
that's
I have like
all
three
of
more entries yet until we get to
Yeah.
your turn.
All right. Luke. So, I could easily see this movie becoming a comfort movie down the line. There's sort of, you know what I mean? Like, it's, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, my number 19 is Air. It's great. Go check it out. It's on Amazon Prime now. For those who have not seen it.
So good. Yes.
Fantastic.
Love it.
Number 18, Luke. What's your number 18?
Yep. Here we go. All right. So get down to it. Hey, Tracy.
Yes.
This obsession with humans has to stop. The Little Mermaid.
Wow, that's actually surprising, honestly.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's on my list. I freaking
I'm
love
happy.
The Little Mermaid.
Glad. I'm really happy.
Yes. And I don't care what anybody says. I thought the music was awesome, especially with honestly, the song with Scuttle made me laugh my ass off. Like, I thought that was so funny. A lot of people would find that annoying. I found that really funny. Like,
that alone is the reason it's not 5 stars, honestly, for me.
and that's fine. I
I love
me
Aquafina, but that
personally,
was,
I found it funny.
yeah, it was a little too much.
It's the only movie I
Melissa
walked
McCarthy
out
was
halfway through.
perfect as Ursula. Like, Melissa McCarthy, I thought was a really good casting choice, but that was the one I was concerned about going into this movie. But
She was great. I like
Yep.
Melissa McCarthy in it.
Yep, I loved that. I thought Javier Bardem was good as King Triton.
He was the
Davi-
MVP, quite frankly.
Yep. Davi Diggs as Sebastian.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome, dude. And especially with his voice and singing Under the Sea. Great for him. And but there's one actress I forgot to mention here, Halle Bailey.
Yeah.
She
Let's talk about
she
Halle
was
Bailey.
born to
Yeah,
play a Disney
she was-
princess.
she
And I
was the
thought
only
that she
good
was
part of the
perfect
movie.
option for Ariel.
Yeah.
Like, I thought she was perfect for it. The music was great. The underwater sequences were beautiful.
Yep.
I thought the romance was also very sweet. Like, it actually hit me on a different level for
True.
some reason.
You know what my favorite part of The Little Mermaid was? When I got to see the Haunted Mansion trailer
No.
for it.
You beat me
Oh
to
my
it.
god,
okay.
really?
So,
Yeah,
so,
well,
this-
Halle Berry's
just
the only
tell you
good
this,
part of the
though,
movie.
I'm seeing it next week, so
so am I.
Halle Berry's cool, but she's the only thing. Or
Bailey.
Halle
Bailey.
Bailey. She's
why
the
do
only
people
good
get that
part of the
mixed up?
movie.
That's like the worst mix-up ever. My
I
god.
don't like anything else about the movie except for her. She's great. Everything else about the movie I just didn't like.
I don't know, Luke. One time in my SNL review, I accidentally thought Sashir Zameda was Ego Nwodum. So I've messed up before.
Yeah, but yeah, and also in some of the CGI definitely was honestly a bit wonky for me. Like,
Yeah.
That
I wish
fucking
they did
fish,
something
bro.
on some of
That
the
fucking
actual like
fish.
looks of the sea animals and the underwater sequences. I kind of wish they improved upon that a little bit more. And Flounder as a character for me did not work. Like,
It's
he
so it
was
looks
just
so
like,
fucking
"Hey,
bad.
Ariel, hey," and it was just like, "Okay, dude, we get you."
Yeah.
But other than that, I love this movie. So
Agreed.
Yeah.
Now,
so good.
Before we move on, the only thing I'm going to add to this, well, first off, is the Uncharted Water song is awesome. I
Yes.
listen to it constantly. I think he did a good job. The other thing I will mention is, so I got the night I saw that movie and a movie that is on my list. When I came home, I got a text from this lady in the bottom right hand Brady Bunch corner below me.
Me?
Yeah, Who do you think I'm talking about?
Is that when I walked out of the movie?
Yeah,
is that
you,
when
you,
I
walk, you walked out of the Little Mermaid.
Yeah,
and
I
said,
walked out
"Look,"
of it halfway
and-
through, and I was calling you like, "This
Yeah.
is really bad."
We talked for an-
yeah.
We talked for an hour. It delayed my second review because he talked for like an hour about the fact. I said, "What did you think of the first hour?" He's like, "What did I think of the first hour?" He goes, "Haunted Mansion looks like it's totally gonna fuck, bro." I'm like, "What about the movie?" I'm like, "I walked out after the first hour."
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. It's
I'll tell you that,
true.
but I'll be honest about
That
this.
was
though.
my
Haunted Mansion does
review.
look pretty rad.
That was my review.
It does
look good.
Haunted
Not
Mansion
gonna
looks
lie,
great.
Haunted
The
Mansion does
movie
look
not
good.
so much.
I liked Little Mermaid though. But anyway,
Yeah, love
Um,
that movie.
so that's your number 18.
Yes,
So
sir.
make sure we have some continuity here. So Tracy and Alex are like, and Becca are like, when do I get to have a moment like?
We'll
Anyway,
get there. I'm
we're
sorry. It's just
almost there,
sometimes
guys.
we get carried away with our conversations.
I know. I wonder if we need to change the format because I just don't know how long I can stay on. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Like if this goes on for like three or
that might
4
be
hours,
that might be the
then
problem.
Yeah,
I-
we're gonna try to let's motor toward 10, guys. Let's try to motor toward
Yeah,
10.
let's just motor through that. Let's just do
Okay,
that.
but no, we're gonna motor through. We're gonna do it one by one, but let's keep it brief. Just when we talk about
I'll keep it really brief
until we get to 10, and then if you guys want to, we can
Keep it boxer brief.
Keep it boxer brief. My number 18. I have no intro for this. Rye Lane. It's 82 minutes
Good movie.
of smiles and laughs and tears. Can't lie, it made me cry because
Fair.
it was so moving. I really fell for these two characters.
Mhm.
I really wanted them to be together. It's a British film. For those who don't know about it, it's on Hulu. Disney's trying to bury it like they do with
Did
all
well
good
at
movies
TIFF.
like this.
Fuck them.
Yeah, and in England, it's in theaters. In fact, it did really well in theaters. So I don't know why they didn't have it here. These two lead actors, who I did not recognize until then, are phenomenal.
Yeah.
I hope the best for both of them. And Rye Lane is my number 18. It's a terrific romantic comedy. Go check it out. One of the best of romantic
Very
comedies I've seen in the last couple of years. All right, number 17, Luke.
17. Hey Grant,
Yep.
let me explain. I work for Dracula.
All right.
Renfield.
Yep. Nice.
Yes, Renfield. Watched it twice. For now, I've watched it twice, and that was one of the most fun theater going experiences I've ever had in my life. Especially the motel fight scene, which I'm not going to spoil it if you guys haven't seen it. That scene, I laughed my ass off. Like
Face rip.
I was laughing so hard to a certain degree, like almost like I almost felt like my voice was just going to be gone. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not in a bad way at all because it's helmed so well. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, Nicholas Hoult, Awkwafina, Ben Schwartz were great, but Nicolas Cage playing Dracula, this was the dream role for him, and you can tell he was having a blast as Dracula. Like,
Yep.
I love him. Like,
He's great.
I am Dracula.
There should have been more of him too.
I
That's my
agree.
one sticking point.
But still, though, like I'm not gonna knock the film just for that, though, because this is one of the times where I will actually say that mismarketing the film actually did work. Like,
I agree.
okay, so yeah, now we can move on.
Yeah. Okay. This one's for Becca, my number 17. So
Okay.
Becca, number 17. Hey Becca,
What am I supposed to say?
do you know where I'm from? I'm from.
Yes, I'm from Waterloo,
where the
vampires
fucking
are.
vampires are. Blackberry, baby.
My parents love that movie. It's so fucking good.
I had to blow $70 freaking dollars on an Uber and another $50 fucking dollars on dinner at the Alamo
But it
Draft
was
House just to
worth
see
it.
this, and it was worth every fucking cent.
Yes.
This movie is the social network for weird little early YouTube edgelord nerds
Yes.
everywhere.
It's
love
it's
this
the way
movie.
he shoots the movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a Matt Johnson film through and through.
Yeah.
It's his most accessible movie, but it is so Matt Johnson.
Like
it's
the scene where like they bring Michael Ironside in, he's like, I want to build men, not boys to play with their penises, and then
Yeah,
it's into the
he
one
says it
girl
exactly
it's
like
like
that.
standing there like, what the fuck? Like Matt Johnson is a fantastic filmmaker, and this is a great fucking movie.
No, I like. How much are they paying you? It's like I shouldn't say. They're paying me. What was he say? Like $2 million. He goes, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
This movie is amazing.
Mhm.
The best part. It also was an amazing experience. It was my first Alamo Drafthouse experience. The movie was terrific. You know what the pre-show was? It was a bunch of internet clips, and one of them.
Oh.
And this is why, if you're on my Discord, that is my name now. Is the hey kid, I'm a computer. Quit all your downloading.
Oh my god.
One of the clips they showed, the GI Joe.
I will go next. I want to go South by Southwest. They do all of them at Alamo Draft Houses. I'm
Yeah.
so excited to see that shit.
It's amazing. Blackberry is the best movie about a product this year. It is just
I haven't seen it, so I can't comment. So
a glorious, weird Canadian,
Amazing Canadian filmmaking.
Hashtag-
Fantastic.
#, Dennis Reynolds for best supporting actor.
Yes, we gotta start that. We
People
gotta
think-
get him nominated for best supporting actor this
The
year.
best movie dickhead since, quite frankly,
Yes.
Dennis Reynolds. I mean, just like,
Yeah.
quite frankly, he's just great. I loved him in this movie. I love Jay Baruchel. You told me you were going to give me the best programmers in the world. I told you I was going to give you the best programmers in Canada.
Canada.
Right. I love this movie.
So
I
good.
have so many quotes I could use from this movie. I love this movie. The best one of all, and this to me reminded me of Whiplash. The best quote in Blackberry by far was, have you ever heard of like, what does he say? He says like,
I'll say, have you ever heard that the enemy is the enemy of
good enough is the enemy. Good
product
enough.
of perfection. The enemy of the world is good enough, I think is what he says.
Well, no, what he says is he says good enough is the enemy of humanity.
Yeah, that's
Which is a great line. I mean that.
Yeah.
It phenomenal. Anyway, number 17 is Blackberry. So,
16.
did you already do your 17, Luke? I forget.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's Renfield.
It was
Okay.
Renfield.
All right. Number
Number 16.
16.
You guys, because we need to keep moving.
We do.
So we can get to Fritz. So we can get to
I don't think this
Fritz.
movie should, or I don't think this video should be longer than 2 hours. If you ask me, like
That's what I'm trying. That's what I was trying. That's what I was trying to say. Hurry it
Alright.
up, please. We gotta keep moving.
All right. Number 16, Luke.
So, yeah. Hey, Fritzky.
knock at your bitch's
Cabin.
cabin.
Knock at the cabin, baby. Yes, sir.
It was
Knock
very
at
good.
the cabin.
More like
Shyamalan's
knock at your
best- I will.
bitch's cabin.
I will take this to my dying grave. This is Shyamalan's best since Signs.
Yeah.
And honestly, I will put this one above Signs. I've seen it 3 times now. I freaking love Knock at the Cabin.
It's good.
I mean, Batista, incredible performance by Batista. Maybe his best work, if I'm being honest. Like, the two dads were great. Kristen Cui was great. And I don't care what you guys say about the ending. I thought the ending worked just fine.
I thought it worked fine too. I liked it.
So, yeah.
Other than maybe some CGI I wasn't a fan of. Yeah, the ending was. I really liked it.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
problem wasn't the
That's my
ending.
boy Fritzky. And if you guys haven't seen me and Fritzky's spoiler talk on Knock at the Cabin, please go check that out.
I'm gonna knock on your bitch's cabin. I know.
Oh no! I'll just come to me. I'll knock at your bitch's cabin. All right.
I
Inside
am the
joke
one
that
who.
those
Wait,
who know will know.
Fritzky, your catchphrase. You got to say it now.
What?
I am the one who does what,
Oh.
Fritzky?
Oh, I am the one who knocks at your bitch's cabin.
Yes. All right.
Freaking
Now,
bad.
all right. So 16, and then we can loop Becca in, and we can keep this gravy train rolling. So number 16. No one has seen this. Reality.
No, I have.
Oh, you have. Fantastic.
Sydney Sweeney's best performance.
Sydney
Fantastic movie.
I watched Euphoria, kind
Yeah.
of. I watched a couple episodes of Euphoria. I have not gone far on it. I knew Sydney Sweeney up to this point best for Everything Sucks, which should have gotten renewed for a second season.
Yes.
This is one of the best performances I've seen all year from an actress.
So fucking good.
This movie is as stripped down as you can imagine it, and it is not only a great film and an entertaining one and a well-written one, it's an important one because it's about a reality winner who she is going to probably remain the person who has the worst punishment in the world for leaking confidential information. You know what's funny about that? Someone else did something similar. What was his name? And he was in the documents that Reality Winner was trying to expose. What was that guy's name? He was a former politician, I believe, and reality host. I think his name rhymes with Ronald
Dump?
Ronald Cunt? No, it wasn't.
Oh my god.
Donald McDonald? No, Donald Trump.
Ronald
that whole
McDonald.
movie, though,
Oh my god.
That whole movie
Oh
is
my
cemented
gosh, we're gonna
by
play
her
this game now?
performance. That whole movie was cemented by the Sydney Sweeney performance.
She's so good.
Fantastic movie.
But it really is her movie. I mean, the whole thing, it's really her and Dad
Mhm.
from 8th grade and 13 Reasons Why, and then the other dude.
Yeah.
They're the only ones really in the movie. But yeah, great movie. It's on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Go watch it.
Sounds
Fantastic.
good.
All right, now
15
number
now?
15. So Becca, it is your turn. You get to go
15?
first now.
I'm gonna go quick on this because everyone saw it and everyone liked it. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Really
Yeah.
great follow-up to Edge of 17. I love both
Mm.
movies. I think both movies are heavily
These two?
relatable.
These two? Not yet.
You guys gotta see it. It's
great.
fantastic.
I've been trying to get this guy down here to watch it. Like,
It's
great
great.
lead performance, great side performances. It's really funny. It's really relatable. It's Edge of 17, but for like instead
Little
of
girls.
being 17, you're like 11,
For-
10 or
for-
11.
basically
it's
kind of like for a younger
it is.
demographic, basically. But I mean,
Yeah.
I call it the
even
Edge of
older
13.
people like us can still enjoy the movie. So
Old
The-
people like us. I'm 22, Luke.
I'm saying like people our age is what I was
Yeah.
trying to.
It's
is what I
good.
was trying to say.
I'm
So,
29.
We're older than that. Is what I was trying to say.
Right.
So
Yeah.
don't take that
Good
literal.
pick.
It was
Great
good.
pick.
I
Great
really
pick.
liked it.
So Luke,
Yeah.
it will be on. I think I can't speak for Luke, but you'll be hearing about that movie again eventually as we get.
I
higher.
mean, look who you're talking to.
all right, but I don't know for sure. I didn't look at your list, so
Okay.
I don't know. All right.
All right. So number 15.
Yep.
What is your name? Otto. OTTO. A Man Called Otto is my number 15.
It was as you all know, it was an honorable mention on my 2022 best films list. But yeah,
Mhm.
it was
But
very good.
I got to see it this year.
so
it's
did I.
like on my list.
Right,
I also pointed this out in my review.
very good
It's
movie.
funny to me that Tom Hanks played one of the most welcoming people in Mr. Rogers in A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. And now here it is, 4 years later, playing as the grumpiest man in America. Like, if you can think of anyone grumpier than him, oh my god.
Can I ask you, because I didn't see it, is it like if Gran Torino was a comedy?
Kind of.
Kind of,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But,
It's
Tom
based on
Hanks
a-
but Tom Hanks is not racist in the film, though.
It's
No.
based on a French film that
Man-
Okay.
I would
No, it's-
say
I thought
I
it was
heard it
Swedish.
better.
It's
It's
I thought
Swedish.
it was a
Swedish
Swedish
film,
film.
yeah.
Yeah, the Man
Yeah,
Called
and I
Ova.
heard the original's better, but yeah, it's basically.
I
he's
haven't
just an
seen that
angry
one,
man.
but Man Called Otto was great. Tom Hanks was great. It was a very
Yeah.
funny, heartwarming kind of film. Too long, yes, but
I don't
still,
think so.
I thought it was a little bit too long. Like,
It was
cut
a little-
about 10 minutes out, and I think you'd honestly have a better movie.
No.
You know, as a overall film, structure, narrative, story, performance-wise, great movie. Haven't watched it since the theater yet, but I want to go back and watch it soon because it was so good.
All right, I agree. Fantastic. Also, another movie that supports trans youths, which is always
Yes.
a good thing.
That's what I heard. I haven't seen it, but that's what I heard.
Okay, so it's number 15, right? So it's
Yeah.
my number 15. All right.
Yep.
I think Becca is the only other person who may have seen this. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it was. So Becca. Oh, hold on. Wait, I got.
Gotta do a whole thing. For
Where's
it.
the camera? Sanctuary.
Yes,
Sanctuary.
it's on my list higher. It's a great
Sanctuary.
Stephen
Sanctuary.
Corny
The
movie.
safe word is sanctuary.
And the sex scenes are good too. The sex scenes are
Yeah.
hot as shit, which I'm like, good job, guys. You made something like horny.
Okay.
Like, it's great shit. It's a good movie.
I'm sorry, Alex. Aw. Sorry.
Oh man, you're
I've been dying this whole
we'll get
stream.
your turn, but we just gotta hurry through.
Yeah,
So let's-
Sanctuary. It is a classic love story if you really think about it. Boy meets girl.
Yeah.
Girl meets boy. Girl humiliates and subjugates boy with masochistic
Yeah.
sexuality into being a better man and making her the total girl boss and
Classic Hitchcock.
her sex slave. It's a classic story.
Classic Hitchcock.
Yeah.
It's the greatest
Classic
story.
Hitchcock story.
Very erotic Hitchcock. That's what it is.
Okay, there you go. That's a better way to say it.
It's erotic Hitchcock if it was written by David Mamet. And the thing that I love about it is that here's the thing. First of all, I'll mention the baby that was sitting behind me really liked it, and I mean an actual baby. I don't know if you guys know this, but yeah, a couple brought their
actual baby.
And it only cried when the word cock was said. It was very, very awkward.
Oh my god.
It was at an art house theater too. I love this
god.
movie. This is one of the funniest movies of the year. It's
Yeah.
honestly might be the best romantic comedy of the year if you don't count Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret as a rom-com. I'm pretty sure it's the
Yes,
highest.
It's not really a rom-com if you really
No.
really
So
think about
this is great. Fantastic. It's my number
fucked up.
15, Sanctuary.
Right.
Check it out. But fucked up in
Number
a
14. Number 14.
yes.
I have to show posters for some of these because people don't know what they are. My number 14 is a movie called Monica. It's directed by Andrea Poloro, and it's about a trans woman who goes to see her dying mom, and it's like a drama. It's one that played at the TIFF Theater. No one else has seen it because it played at like a festival, and it hasn't gotten like distribution that much. But mostly for the lead performance. There's a girl named I gotta find it quick. It's Trace Lysette plays the lead. It's a great performance. It's a great movie. I don't relate to it as much as the other trans film from this year, but like I watched it and I really, really enjoyed it, and I found that it was a great performance and a great story. And if whenever it comes out for everyone else, everyone should watch it. It's an IFC film. It's IFC Films, but yeah.
I want to check it out. It's on my list. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I saw the trailer.
All right.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I think the
Ready,
time has
Luke?
come for this one. Have you ever
Becca
wished
is
that your
very
mother died?
efficient every time compared to the other two.
Wait, I'm very efficient.
Efficient with your review.
Oh, I've been
Like,
Yeah, there you
I've
go.
been doing reviews and live streams. I've been doing this stuff since I was like 13. So now it's been
Okay,
like
there you
almost
go.
10 years. So now I have a handle on it.
Yeah.
Whatever, but
Yeah.
All right.
So, anyways, so yeah, we just talked about this one a little bit.
Number
Have you
14.
ever wished that your mother died? Beau is Afraid.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Beau is Afraid. Yep.
yeah.
He sure is.
I had
He
to
has
thank you
reason.
guys. So, like, I really had to thank a lot of these guys in the panel for getting
He's
me to
afraid
watch
of
Beau
his
is
big
Afraid
balls.
because it was a fucking mind trip. I was just like,
It
what
really
the
was.
actual like, and
Yeah.
I think it was you, Fritsky, that told me that there was a lot of dicks in that movie, or maybe it was in Trains.
I never said that.
I think he told me that, and I was just like, even more dicks than Jackass Forever.
No,
So
there
I
will never
watched
be
this,
more.
and
than
then
No,
I
but
watched
it's more
this,
gratuitous.
and
Jackass
I-
Forever has a lot
and
more
then-
dicks.
and then I watched it,
Sure.
and then I watched this film, and I was just like, they were not lying. There's a lot of dicks. But yeah, I freaking love Beau is Afraid. Like honestly, I kind of was doubting this film, to be honest with you. But you know what? Because I love Ari Aster's previous two films, I was like, there's no way I'm not going to love this.
Yeah.
I did. So yeah, Beau is Afraid. Rock on. So, yeah, and thank you guys for getting me to watch Beau is Afraid. Like,
Of course.
because Tracy, I remember like when you watched that, you were texting me about it, and I was just like, okay, like I'll watch it. Like, but
Yay.
yeah, thank you for that. Like,
You're welcome.
Hey, Fritsky, if we're lucky, we'll hit 10 maybe by the time we hit 2 hours. I don't know about now.
Hopefully.
Oh my god.
So
we
anyway,
we got to get moving though.
yeah,
I could do it.
yeah. I let's just move through these. So my number 14, right? I feel like I'm
Yeah.
losing track. 14. Okay, yeah. Well, last little thing I'll mention, Christopher Abbott and Margaret Qualley were amazing in Sanctuary. So my number 14, that goes without saying. My number 14 is a documentary. The first of many. I saw it on vacation.
Okay. Yeah,
Don't tell what it is. And it also relates to LGBTQ plus issues, and that is Everybody. This is a documentary. I believe it's also going to, down the line, it was in theaters. It's going to be on Peacock. I know it's also NBC News Films, so it might be on NBC.
Yeah, it'll be on the channel probably.
Even though it's R-rated, but maybe they'll air it late enough at night. And the thing is, this movie, it is one of the most important films I've seen this year, but it does what a good documentary should do. It educates, it informs, and it entertains. Because to be perfectly honest with you, I didn't really know much about intersex before I saw this film. It's a movie that makes you want to really further your activism to the cause of intersex rights when you know what they have to go through, especially as children in this movie. And also the misconception that twat hammers like freaking Tucker Carlson have about what actual, like, the difference between the two. There's a scene in the movie where you can ask my aunt, because she saw it with me and my cousin, out loud, Ben Shapiro. So maybe, actually, Ben Shapiro's voice chimed in and I said, ugh, this bitch. Out loud in the theater. No one else was there. It was just the three of us. And then Tucker Carlson chimed in and said, and intersex, whatever that means. And I said, ugh, this fucking bitch. Like, so yeah, if Chuds are going to hate this movie, and that's one of the reasons I love this movie. This is a movie that is important, it's educational, and it should be shown in schools, but it won't, but it should be. Yeah. Great, right. Great movie. Everybody, go check it out. Members,
you're jumping in at 13, right?
Yep.
You're at 13 now.
You're 13, Becca. What is?
Wait, but is anyone else jumping in at 13? Does anyone else?
No.
Not quite yet.
Okay.
Right.
Well, this is one you guys won't see till next year because I heard distribution isn't happening till next year. But it's called "I Used to Be Funny." It's directed by Ali Panku, who directed the Joan is Afraid episode of Black Mirror. Rachel Sennett is in it, and it's about a comedian with PTSD who finds out that a girl that she used to babysit has gone missing, and she's trying to figure out whether or not she wants to help with the cause because she has some some history with the family that isn't the greatest and might connect to her PTSD. And I think the performance I saw it at Inside Out Festival. Rachel Sennett's performance is great. It's Canadian. I thought it's a really deep movie. It's a really interesting and important movie when it comes to women's rights and a lot of different things it starts talking about throughout the film. And it's just an interesting showcase of Rachel Sennett, who's been mostly a comedy actress, who now was able to do a dramatic performance and did as well. And I would say equally as I feel about something like Shiva Baby, when it comes to comedy, she does the same quality when it comes to dramas. It's probably getting a 2024 release from what Ali said and what I've heard from people. So people won't see it till next year, but when they do, they'll know because it's a Rachel Sennett movie that's the one. But it was great. It was a great drama, and she definitely delivered.
All
right. That's your number 13. I'll be on the lookout for that one. I love Rachel Sennett. Can't wait for Bottoms.
Yes.
All right, Luke, 13.
The real goat of the movie right here, Missing.
Oh,
it's Javi.
Nice. Yep.
Thinking about it, I prefer searching, but as you know, the technology they used for this film I thought was very well done. Storm Reed, fantastic. I mean, but dude, Javi though, Fritzky, you're right, man. Javi is the freaking goat, man. Like, he is the goat. So yeah, if you guys have not seen Missing and you guys love searching, check it out. It's on Netflix. So,
absolutely.
So yeah, I just want to get those quick thoughts, because we got to keep moving. So
yeah, very nice, very, very, very quick and very clean. Thank you for that. All right, so number 13. My number 13 is another documentary. My number 13, and it's a documentary that you will walk out of feeling. Basically, it'll make your day feel slightly brighter.
Sitting gold.
Fuck that shit. We'll talk about that another time. Oh boy, will we talk about it. No, my number 13 is still a Michael J. Fox movie.
Yes.
There you go.
So, this guy is a hero, as far as I'm concerned. Not only on screen, but off. I love Michael J. Fox. He made my childhood. And I was already kind of cheating a little bit by even seeing this, because I knew I was going to like it. But what the thing is that you could not have seen a single Michael J. Fox movie, which I don't think is likely, but you could have not seen a thing and still love this movie as a story of this guy.
No pun intended.
It's a human story.
Right. And I love the fact that right from the beginning, it rejects the easy sentimental route. One of the first scenes in the movie is Davis Guggenheim, the director, who also did Waiting for Superman and Inconvenient Truth. He named me Malala. Great documentary director. He says to him, the typical Hollywood version of this would be something along the lines of the typical Hollywood version is like, the sob story, sad sack, overcoming adversity. And then Michael J. Fox with the classic smirk is like, yeah, that's really boring. Like, it's like, you're not going to do that. And he doesn't. And it's great. So, yeah, go see still a Michael J. Fox movie. I think it's still in some theaters, and it's on Apple TV Plus in the US.
Shit.
It's great.
Right.
It's great.
Okay.
Numero 12.
Number 12, Becca?
12? Isn't do you have a 12,
Tracy's
right?
coming in at number 11, right?
11? Tracy has 11.
It's either 10 or 11. So
10, okay. Well, I guess I'll do 12 then. Number 12 is a movie that I know the director, and I saw it at the start of the year, and it played at Slam Dance. It played at other things. It's called Therapy Dogs. It's directed by Ethan Eng, who I've talked to about the movie. I told him how much I loved it. And it's about two guys they're grade 12 and they haven't really left an impression, and they want to make a movie to remember their year at high school for their senior year. And it's kind of like a mockumentary style movie where people kind of like, you follow along and they're recording this movie. And the most infamous scene in the movie is one of them gets on top of a car and they do donuts with it in a parking lot. And it's all real. So the cop that shows up and says, "What the fuck are you doing?" is real. But it's essentially like a half real, half fake, like them trying to tell a story that Matt Johnson actually decided to executive produce because he liked it so much. It's a great movie. It's called Therapy Dogs, Ethan Eng. They just got a Utopia Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray that has some great bonus features. But it's a great movie that like no one's seen. But it's a great Toronto film directed by a dude that's my age. It's great. Yeah.
Sounds really good.
All right, so 12 for me.
Yep.
There's some important information you left out, but that is pretty much the gist of it. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Nice.
A beautiful send-off for this team of misfits that James Gunn introduced us to.
Really
both times I saw this film, I cried so freaking hard. Like, this is like, I never usually like cry in the movie theater, but like when it came to Guardians Volume 3, like I was bawling my eyes out. Like about 3 or 4 times, and I was just like, "Oh my god, dude, stop, please!" Like, but yeah, just
it was
Guardians were great, especially Rocket, who I think honestly stole the entire movie.
It was his movie.
Fantastic.
Really?
Yeah, very funny as well. I will not accept any hate for the humor. The humor was funny.
Yep.
So, yep. So yeah, just want to keep that quick. Guardians Volume 3, baby.
Nice. My number 12, no one has seen except, again, maybe Becca. My number 12 is a movie that I had to go a little out of the way to see it in the theater. I believe it's now on Shudder. But that, or at the very least, it's available to rent before it's on Shudder. And that movie is The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster. This is
I haven't seen it, but it's on my list to watch. Heard it was good.
It is a modern day blaxploitation Frankenstein with all of the thoughtfulness you'd expect from that, but it's made by a young filmmaker from now, so it's about social commentary. It's about gang violence. It's a movie about police brutality. It is a movie about the treatment in society of portraying black skin and pigmentation as monstrous and the evils that can come from that kind of depiction. And on top of that, if you don't care about social commentary at all and just want to see a creepy, gory-ass monster movie with great practical effects, it works on that level. It's a great movie. All it's missing is a drive-in. So yeah, The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster is my number 12. Look for it. It's not in theaters anymore. It had a limited run.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep, on 11.
Really good.
Here we go.
11.
Yep.
Wait.
Oh,
you got 11, right?
Right here. There you go. I'll let her go first.
Great. You got 11. Yeah.
Becca's
again, my entire list is just movies that I saw.
Okay, so you don't want to do 11?
No, I can, but it's like they're ranked, but 11 is the last. Like it's
Okay.
Out of all the ones that I saw, so I saw essentially 11 films that came out this year. So this is my ranking of those. So 11 for me would be The Little Mermaid.
Okay.
And my biggest problem with that movie is that Sebastian was not a composer to the court of the kingdom, because that's why Under the Sea you can have any instruments, and it really bothered me. And I think that kind of a lot of changes they made I didn't agree with. I loved Halle Bailey and I liked like what they did a lot of the time, but and at least with their romance, but I had a lot of issues with a lot of the film. So
Cool. Number 11, Celine Song's Past Lives. Past Lives, interesting movie about people who cross paths multiple times in their lives, and they know that they have a connection, but they can never really build on that connection. It's a movie that will definitely go up in my list as the year goes on and I see it again. But it's A24's big movie this year, I'd say. Great 3 performances, great script. It feels honest. It feels raw. It's not a love story, but it is a love story. It's not a companion story, but it is a companion. It's like a mix of a lot of things. And then hearing Celine talk about it after, I think solidified how much I really liked it. But no, yeah, Past Lives was a great movie. If people haven't seen it yet, they got to see it. It's a fucking great movie. It's great.
My mom finally got around to seeing Past Lives this weekend, and even she loved it. So there you go.
Yep. So, hey, Grant.
Yeah, number 11.
Yep. A shoe is just a shoe.
Until my son puts his foot in it, or something to that extent.
Well, my son steps into it.
Great job.
Air, honestly, one of my favorite biopics. Like it takes one hell of a story to make me care about a freaking shoe.
Right. That's
like seriously. If you don't care, like. Who's gonna care about a movie about a shoe unless you make it like it's directed by Ben Affleck?
I probably would anyway because I'm a shoe collector.
I mean, but this one tells it in such a compelling way to a certain degree where it actually made me care about how the Air Jordans were made.
Yeah.
And by far, in my personal opinion, Matt Damon still, in my opinion, gives the best performance by a lead actor this year for me.
He's freaking
incredible performance of Sonny Vaccaro.
Chris Messina.
Chris Messina was funny. You showed up at the house. Like,
hey, Luke. See you Monday, motherfucker.
Yes, I love it. So yeah, if you guys, please, you guys, I urge every single one of you that has not seen the film, or if you guys that is in this panel or is in the chat, please check out Air. I beg of all of you, watch it.
It's true. So number 11?
Yep.
This is another documentary, and it is themed with a film that's higher on my list. Judy Blume Forever. I love this film. I love this person. She also made my childhood. I didn't feel alone when I read Judy Blume books. I didn't feel like the weird little outcast I was. And this is a movie that the most gangster thing about her and about it is the fact that it's about banned books. And it's about how, again, fuckheads like Tucker Carlson and his ilk are trying to ban important literature from schools. And the thing that is so baller about Judy Blume, as depicted in this film, is that she no longer is writing. But she and her husband, I believe the Florida Keys, they own a bookstore that they also operate. So if you're on the beach and you stop by a bookstore in the Florida Keys, you might be buying a book from Judy Blume. She might be checking you out at the counter.
Oh, she'll definitely be checking me out, you know?
Oh my God, really?
Check me out. No, seriously, check me out, Strong Bad. No, but seriously, got to be a better way. But it's great. It's great. It's on Amazon Prime Video. Go check it out. It also has Anna Conkle in it from Pen 15, which is cool talking it. I love Pen 15. Great show. So yeah, that's my number 11, Judy Blume Forever.
All right, let's go for number 10.
Fritzky, you're jumping in at 10, right?
8. I think you said number 8.
You're 8?
Yeah. So
okay, I want to know where everyone's sitting. Okay, well, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fritzky, we love you. You're amazing, bro. Thanks for hanging in. All right.
All right.
Number
Okay.
10, Tracy.
Oh,
My
yes.
hand around.
I'm really torn right now. I'm like in this spot where I have to really go soon. So I'm like, should I just give all my 10 at once and just list them off, or should I just
Go ahead.
do like a couple more minutes?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I apologize to all of you. I've had a beautiful time with all of you. It's been lovely. I think I'm just gonna just tell you my 10 and then
Yes.
have to get out. But you guys are fucking
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah,
I'll just go
Tracy,
from
no problem.
so
Love you, Tracy.
Shazam, Mission Impossible, and these are from just like 10 to 1. So
Okay.
Shazam, Mission Impossible, Megan, John Wick, Flash, Asteroid City, Mario, Bo's Afraid, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, 80 for Brady. No, I'm just kidding. And then Across the Spider-Verse was my number 1.
Okay.
Yes,
Awesome.
and
Nice.
Tracy, I am so happy to see Mario so high on the list. Thank
Everything,
you.
everything except
Thank
Shazam, I
you.
agree.
And by the way, a quick announcement before we keep going. Next Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Set your calendars. Watch along for the Super Mario Brothers movie.
No,
And
it's very
also,
fun.
Luke, next Tuesday, for those who want to join in, part 2, the worst stuff. You're in,
That's
right?
right.
Luke?
But I wanted to promote
Now-
that quick because because I'm trying to get a big panel together. So I mean, obviously Fritzky's there,
No.
and Tracy,
I
I did
like-
text you about that.
Here's
so.
what I'll say. I like the Asteroid City pick because that movie was severely underviewed in the theater. I probably had 7 people in my theater. It's probably his best film since Grand Budapest, but
Yeah.
for some reason no one saw. And also the problem is that people don't get that it's a movie about him in COVID trying to make the best story he
Yes.
could and interjecting it where he jumps into his own life and he jumps into the story and how it all connects and how the Margot Robbie scene like ties everything together. But a lot of people
Yeah.
don't get it for some reason. They're like, "Oh, it's a bad movie." It's like, no, you just don't
No,
get
it's
what
so
the movie's
layered.
about.
What
Yeah.
universe
Yeah,
is that a
yeah.
bad movie?
Well, because some people just don't
Well,
get
'cause
it, and they're
we're
like,
looking
"Why
at
is
the
it so
trailers, and
weird?"
I'm like, bro, this is great. Like,
Yeah, no, it's
We're
good.
not there.
It's just
Card
it's
loaded.
just really, really complex. That's what I'll say. It's really, really
I
complex
agree.
and thought provoking and really personal to him. It's his most personal
Yes.
movie,
thank
but
you.
people just have a hard time connecting to that. But it's not on my list of the year, but it's definitely in my top. Because usually in the year I'll do it this year too because I go to TIFF and everything. I usually go top 30 of the year. It probably will end up somewhere in my top 30 at the end of the year. But like, it's good. It's just people just don't fully understand it. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the thing right there.
Tra-
Yeah.
Tracy, before we send you off, I want to
Yeah.
say, spoiler, I guess, you'll be hearing a little bit of Asteroid City later on because it's on my
Okay.
list.
Lovely.
Pretty,
And,
pretty high. But I was going to say to you, Tracy, if you need to go, don't even worry about it. Like you came on here, you took time out of your evening to spend with us, weirdos, and you didn't really get to say anything.
Hey, speak for yourself.
But
Speak for yourself.
that's one of the reasons we love you, Tracy. You're part of the crew always. And
Thank you very much.
you and Max, I mean, you guys are always welcome here. All you have to do
Oh,
is
thank you.
let me know. And if you need to go back to your life,
Yep.
please do. And have a wonderful night. And thank you so much for coming.
Yep.
We had a
Yep.
blast with you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yep.
And I will watch
Yep.
the rest of this
Yep.
when I'm off.
Yeah.
Just by
All
the
right.
way, Tracy, just before you sign off, just keep me posted on the Mario watch along for next week.
Yes, I should know in a couple of days.
Okay,
Awesome.
sounds great. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks for
Thank you.
stopping by.
Yes, thank you.
See you later, Tracy.
See you later.
Bye.
We on 10 now? We on 10?
Yep,
All
we're on
right.
10.
Now that the
Okay.
scary kids are gone, no, I'm just.
Okay. This is a movie called Les Cinq Diables. It's a French film directed by, I think it's Leah Messias. And it's a movie about a couple and their daughter, and the sister of the husband comes to visit, and they're like, and there's clearly like a dynamic there that there's been trauma before, and through an interesting time travel element, it's an interesting look on time. It's a better use of time travel than something like Endgame. She somehow uses witch magic to go back in time and see these different times in her parents' life to see the trouble and the trauma in their lives. The big thing is that it's the main girl, the mother, is played by Adele. I don't want to say her name because I always mess it up. From Blue is the Warmest Color, and she gives probably one of her best performances. It's on Mubi right now. It technically was a last year film at film festivals, but it just got dropped on Mubi this year. It's creepy. It's fun. It's hilarious. It's French, but it's an interesting time travel witch queer film, like a mix of everything that I really had a lot of fun with. I saw it when I was visiting my parents, but if people are into French films and witch films and gay films and time travel films, it's essentially all of them done the best I've seen them done in a long time. But yeah.
So
Becca, what was it called? I have
It's
movies.
called Le Cinq. It's called Le Cinq Diables, but in English it's the Five Devils. The Five Devils is what it's called. Yeah.
I'll have to watch list it because that sounds really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
all
All right. Number 10, Luke?
right.
Number 10.
So here we go. Okay. So you make plans that fail. No. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves,
Oh,
baby.
He also plays the Luke. Not relevant.
Not relevant, Olga.
That movie should not have bombed. That is a damn crime.
It is a crime against humanity. That
It
film bombed
really
the box
is.
office.
Even people who
I
don't
wanna
play
tell
the
you-
game liked it. So
Well,
it's
I
fun.
never played the game, but I went and saw the movie anyway.
It was fun, yeah.
It was so much freaking fun. And for any future filmmakers out there that want to make films like that, take notes from D&D. They used practical effects. They
Yeah,
actually put a lot of care into the film.
Yeah.
This is my
Jonathan.
opinion. And
Very
I mean,
true.
a lot of people are really going to compare this to the Guardians of the Galaxy, which I definitely see that comparison because you have
Kind
a group of misfits coming together to do a mission, basically. But
Yeah.
it still has fun with the concept. It's
Dungeons
very
is a
funny.
better movie by far.
I can agree,
It's
but
so
still,
much
the Guardians
fun.
3 is
It's
Guardians 3
true.
is still dead.
But
But
Dungeons is so much fun. It's a good movie.
yeah, it's one of the most fun theater going experiences I've had. I laughed with the when they brought back the corpses to ask questions.
That
That was
scene-
the funniest scene I've seen in a movie in a while.
That's one of the funniest single scenes of a
And
movie
again,
I've seen this
and
decade.
it's another thing. They used practical effects with it.
Mhm.
That showed you the amount of care that the filmmakers put into this film.
All
So
I
yeah, I
will-
just want to get that
all
off my
I-
chest here really quick because I freaking love this movie.
Yeah.
what I'll say about that movie is that Graham Chapman, wherever he is smiling at that scene. It's very Monty Python-esque.
It's so funny. And by the way, Fredsky, whenever you're free sometime soon, man, you gotta watch that with me, dude. We're
Okay.
gonna watch that.
We already did a watch along though.
We
Oh,
did
wait, that
that,
was
but
on
he wasn't
Jared's-
available at the time.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna watch that with you, man. Like we gotta watch that soon.
Sounds good.
All right,
I
so-
have a guarantee since you actually do play D&D, you actually will have.
I
I
do.
think you'll have a good time. Like
Yeah.
You will.
Play.
It's good.
My knowledge of D&D is limited to Stranger Things, and even I had a good time. So
my
Demogorgon!
this is like so right here. So this is my knowledge for D&D. What?
I
No.
played it like twice. It's so much
never
fun,
played
and the
D&D.
movie was so much fun too.
All right, yeah, but yeah,
Number
sorry
10.
about that, but now we got to keep going.
Yeah, we really do, guys. We really do.
Because we're leaving Fritz. We're pretty much leaving Fritzky behind for this entire
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just So here,
It's all good. I've just been.
Grant, I know this is
year
your
I've just been
panel, but
catching
let's
up
through
on
our number 9 here after you get done with
Wait.
your 10.
I was gonna say I haven't done my number 10 yet. What are you
I know,
doing?
but I just want to say after you get done with your number 10, we should buzz through our number
Yeah.
9.
I can do number
Yeah.
10's real quick for me. My number 10, nobody has heard of it. It is the last documentary. It is, I guess, the highest rated documentary. It's called It Ain't Over.
I heard
this-
about it because of you.
It is a documentary about especially a local legend from where I am, which is Yogi Berra, the great Yankee Yogi Berra, baseball player. And it is a
Yogi
documentary about.
Boo boo.
Well, that's
Ooh.
actually a factor because they said that loosely that that character was inspired by the persona of Yogi Berra. And
Okay.
this is a great film. It's funny, it's heartwarming, and it's another documentary that you'll just walk out feeling like the world's a little better.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's like that "Won't You Be My Neighbor" thing of you walk out at like, man, what a cool person. I'm glad he was alive at some point in our world. Great movie, highly recommend it. It's a Sony Classics movie, so I guess it'll be available to rent somewhere soon if it isn't already, but definitely check it out. All right.
Number 9.
Number
Number
9.
A movie called The Maiden, directed by Graham Foy. It's about a bunch of teenagers in a town where there's a bunch of disappearances. The way I described it, it's very much David Lynch if it was made in Alberta, Canada. It was very mystical. It's very much it's like a David Lynch movie. Especially the third act, when you start to go into the world of the afterlife and death, is really interesting. And it's low budget too. It's interesting that they were able to tell that type of story with such a low budget. But it's an Alberta movie, Canada movie. The Maiden, very David Lynch, very homegrown as well. It's good. I don't know when it's coming out fully on digital, but I saw it at a screening out here. But it's fun. It's an interesting first film.
There you go.
Check it out.
All right.
I always try to check out what you recommend, Becca, because you have good taste. So
I watch like some weird shit, and I always love looking for stuff that no one's ever heard of, and that's what I love doing. But yeah,
same.
Anyways,
Number 9.
down. He's safe at home watching TV. What? How long has he been alone? You left him with me. Do I look get considered to you? Cocaine Bear.
Her vagina is on my ear.
Yes,
I know it's a girl bear.
yes. A movie with such a ridiculous concept that it can only work if one, you have good gore, good performances, and funny, and also good kills. And and this movie checks all 3 of those boxes. And it's like
the ambulance chase.
The ambulance chase is one of the most fun scenes I've watched. I was just like, oh my god, dude! No.
I saw it at a press screening, and the 7-year-old there loved it. So that's
man. And my theater was packed when I saw Cocaine Bear, and it was such a fun experience that I'll never forget. And honestly, with this D&D and another movie we're going to talk about here in a little bit on my list, this is honestly one of the most rewatchable films of the year for me. Because I've rewatched it 3 times. Like, I love Cocaine Bear. It's so freaking fun.
It's great. All right, so number 9.
Yeah.
Number 9. This is another movie that I had to go to the theater 25 minutes away and that no one's heard of, and that is Somewhere in Queens.
I watched that too. It's on my list.
Fantastic. You'll really like it, Luke. So this is a movie. It's very accessible. It's a very accessible movie for everyone. So Somewhere in Queens. It didn't get a lot of distribution. It was Lionsgate and Roadside Attractions. It is the directorial debut of Ray Romano, who's also in the film. And
Ray Romano.
And sort of kind of family friend Laurie Metcalf is in it. Just saying, my mom was childhood kind of pals with her because she's from my hometown. She's from Edwardsville.
That's sweet.
And she gives an Oscar-worthy turn as the wife of this guy who is just a little too obsessed with the fact that his son is going to become, with his son's potential as a basketball star on his high school team. And he really wants to be a writer, but he's struggling with that. And then he gets involved kind of in his son's relationship with this girl who maybe isn't as into him as he is, but they're just kind of having fun.
Oh, yeah. And like the I love you, Dad energy.
I love you, Dad, but the thing is, not to the cringe.
You mean I love my dad?
Okay. I love my dad.
But called I love my dad, yeah.
It's called I love my dad.
It doesn't quite go to as dark a place as I love my dad, but the thing that makes it interesting is that it is about a son who has anxiety, and the father struggles to kind of understand who his son is, but the son also struggles to understand who he is. And really great supporting cast. Sebastian Maniscalco as the sort of the uncle who owns a car shop. It's a very funny movie. Sadie Stanley, who the first thing I saw her in was that kind of atrocious Kim Possible movie. She's really terrific.
You're right. Yeah.
She's really terrific as the love interest of the young man. And it's a movie that allows its characters to be flawed and isn't afraid to kind of let them be who they are and not try to sanitize or sort of. You know, it's very much an indie movie, like a festival movie, but it's a really good one. So Somewhere in Queens, look out for it. It's a good flick.
And now we're at number 8, and finally,
Hadouken.
It's his turn.
Hadouken.
Okay,
Ricky, it's finally your turn, man. Sorry, we've been neglecting you.
You really have.
So before I begin, I do want to shout out one film, and I didn't have it as an honorable mention because I have not seen it yet, but I do want to promote it anyway because it is
Laugh
a
at me.
film by a guy. No, it is a film by a guy I know, my friend Jaden. And his film is called Tell the Vision. It came out about a couple days ago, actually. And I sadly, just because busy, I haven't had the time to watch the film yet. But from what I've been hearing, very ambitious, very bold, and he is my friend. I am going to check it out soon. Like I said, I haven't seen it yet, but I did want to put.
Is
that
it a
out
feature?
there. What's that?
Is it a feature film?
I think technically it is because it is an hour. So
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Nice.
Movies and Trains, guys. Movies and Trains is here.
Hey,
Oh.
so
Late to the
well,
party.
well, man.
over 2 hours in.
Yeah.
So how many do you have? Because we're at what are we at? Number 8 right now. How many? Do
We're
you
at number
have?
8.
I was just gonna cover like 15, but
Okay, we
But
should
if you want to cover your first,
let,
you want to cover
yeah.
your first 7 quick, you can. Just
just
buzz it
rattle,
real quick
let
and
you
then
rattle
we'll
it off.
Just blow through 15 through 9 real quick.
15 through 9. Okay, so 15, I have Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Now I know that this is on like nobody's list.
Yeah,
but I was
buddy.
stuck
Yeah,
for
buddy.
Transformers movies, so it's on there.
Raise
Renfield's
the
my number
Bumblebee.
14, just
Awesome.
a
Moving
freaking
Trains, that's why you my bro.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
14, Renfield, because it's a freaking blast. 13, Super Mario Bros. I don't know.
Okay, but I'll give you
Those
this
are
though.
honorable mention.
I'm glad you mentioned it though.
Okay.
It's at least up there. Thank you. Though.
Yeah. Number 12, Dungeons and Dragons. Again, it's a fun time.
Okay.
So, 11 is Extraction 2 because I freaking love badass action movies, and that's one.
I
of
haven't
them.
seen the first
Great,
or the
but
second one.
It didn't quite make my list, but I put it as an honorable mention though. It's great. Like,
Yeah, it's a really fun time. Number 10 is Scream 6 because it's just a fucking awesome horror movie, and then A Man Called Otto is my number 9.
Nice.
that was,
OTT.
by the way, Movies and Trains. Man Called Otto was my number 15.
Okay, so Movies and Trains, we're not going through all of that we've done for 2 hours. If you want to know what we thought, what our stuff up to this point is, you can watch the replay because you're late.
Yeah.
Tardy.
So
to-
Fritzky, what's Fritzky's 8? Because Fritzky never said
yeah,
the 8.
he's been
What's
waiting a
your 8?
really long
Yeah,
time.
we've been. I've honestly been waiting for him to give his number 8.
Yeah,
too.
let's go. Number 8.
So, my 8 and 7, I'm gonna just be pretty brief on, just because time, and also we've already talked about him.
Yep.
But my number 8 is missing.
Okay.
That was the reason why I'm going for an 8 is top 8, whatever, is just because like these are the movies that I would say I liked. So anyway, that being said, missing. This was actually probably one of the biggest surprises of the year so far for me because I found it and yeah, it's in the same ballpark as like trophies and whatnot with searching and unfriended and whatnot, but I found it to be really creative, especially in the ways that as far as cinematography goes, like how they were able to actually make it move locations instead of just being completely stationary 100% of the time, like just the way it would go from Apple Watches to security cameras.
Right.
Like, I found that to be really
That
creative.
was really smart. Like,
That was cool.
So I think like overall the execution of this movie is definitely the most like creative out of all these like desktop found footage kind of films for sure. And yeah,
Nice.
entertaining film for sure.
Nice.
Probably a one-time watch for me, but it was fun.
Hmm.
Movies and Trains. What's Movies and Trains' 8? I'll go after Movies and Trains.
Yeah.
What's your 8?
All right.
Yep.
My number 8, again, probably not on anybody's list, but The Flash, because
Okay.
I'll
As
leave
a
this as
runner-up
Movies and
on
Trains.
mine.
Movies and Trains. I had it as an honorable mention. So
I hate the movie, but I fuck with people that they like it because they usually like it for a good reason. There's usually a reason that I'm like, oh, that's a good point. That
Step
people...
away from the underage girls,
want
does
to get
remember?
nuts. Movies and Trains.
okay.
Want to get
so-
nuts?
you want to get nuts?
Yes.
Let's
So
get nuts.
the reason I love this movie is because of how just freaking relatable the main character arc is with Barry, with having to let go of his mother. It's just very sweet. It's very, very sweet. One of the main reasons I love that movie. And the multiverse stuff I think is actually pretty neat. Even though the main villain is a little lackluster and the CGI is dog shit, but
Absolute dog shit. Like,
yeah,
it is
it's
awful.
Especially at the beginning, though. I mean, it gets better. as it
Especially
goes
with the
along.
babies and everything.
Yeah,
like, that
yeah.
was terrible.
And the dog.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
bad.
But
Kinda cringy.
other than that,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna keep it brief on this one. It's just
Okay.
a really good comic book movie in my opinion.
Nice.
So
Yeah, and yeah,
Number
looking back on
8.
it, yeah, and I understand why you really like it, Movies and Trains. So, thank you.
Number 8. I don't know if you
Yay!
can see it. I Like Movies, which is a great
I'm glad
movie
it's on
about
someone's list.
being 17 years old, wanting to be a filmmaker, but hating that you're in Canada because there really is no film industry that isn't connected to the US. He works in a video store. He hates Shrek. And he wants to watch real cinema. He wants to watch the real, like, Paul Thomas Anderson. And there's so many relatable scenes in it.
Love
like
that movie.
the scene with the panic attack in the video store, I thought was very poignant and
Oh
well
God.
done.
The Me Too part. That really
Yes, when they start talking about the industry and how fucked up it is too, that's a great scene too. It's just a great movie about the mysticism of Hollywood and films and the real world of Hollywood and films, and how sometimes to young creators they can't connect the two and they don't understand that there's actually like a real layer of terribleness and stuff that isn't they don't see. They just see the movies. But it is a movie about loving movies by hating Hollywood, and I thought it was really good. And shout out to Chandler Levac because she's part-time movie reviewer, part-time filmmaker, and this movie was a great way to show her filmmaking talent. But yeah, no, it's good.
I've been waiting for
All
this
right.
to come on your list. Real quick, I need to say something. Waiting for this to come on your list. I'm the only other one here who saw it. It didn't make my list because it hasn't come out in the US yet. I hope it does by the end of the year, so it'll make my end of the year list. Because if it does, it absolutely will. I like movies. Fritzky would love this movie because
Yes.
the inciting opening scene that fractures the friendship between two friends is going to a screening of Punch Drunk Love.
Yes.
Oh, really?
It's true.
There you
Yeah.
go.
It's
About
it's
whether
a
or
movie-
not it's good or not. Yeah.
It's a movie that this character, you hate him and you love him at the same time. He tries to, the way that he tries to be a video rental person, he tells the average Joe and Jane, what you really should rent is Happiness, and then proceeds to describe the whole Dylan Baker character arc from Happiness, which again horrifies them.
Well, it's that thing of like you hate him because he's an asshole, but you relate to him as a film fan, like, oh, that was me in high school. Like, I know my review leaving it was, oh shit, that was me in high school. And it's funny because it's somehow really relatable to everyone, but it's such an honest and personal movie too. But no, I like movies. When America gets it, everyone should watch it because it's
great,
fucking fantastic.
And thanks for giving me the hookup, Becca, and reviewing the movie with me.
Oh yeah,
so
totally.
And we mostly talked about Barbie, but that was okay. But I was going to say, and also Becca, my friend, will always have amateur night.
Yes.
Or reject night.
Got to go to 7-Eleven and get those chips, you know, for
Got to go to 7-Eleven.
Got to go watch SNL.
Well,
all right.
And great shit. It's a good movie.
I'm sorry to take it off, but the last thing I'll say is, I just have to mention this. My mom asked, what was the movie you watched, Becca? Oh, it was I like movies, and I told her the line that to me stuck. That might as well have been made for you, and it's you should go to a party. Nah, I like movies. That's just such a great line. I mean, it's
a movie. Great shit.
I love it. Anyway,
Number
so who's next? Luke, number 8. Yep.
All right. We're gonna try getting character. Eeny, meeny, miny. You. That's right.
Open up now.
Evil Dead Rise. Yes.
Slut lives
Mommy's with the maggots now.
Open up now.
With the maggots now.
Open up now. Great movie.
Open up now.
It's very pro-sex. It's very pro-slut, and I love it. It's a good movie.
Wow.
No, it's great. It's pro have sex because be promiscuous if you want to, and I love that.
Auntie Beth is the auntie we all wanted, and some of us have. I have one.
Yes.
Let me continue, please.
Hi, Aunt Nina. I love you. If you're watching.
Hey. Let me continue.
Nice.
Anyways, but yeah, Evil Dead Rise was pretty much everything I honestly was wanting out of a new age kind of Evil Dead movie. The new setting that they did, setting it in an apartment building, I thought was fantastic.
Awesome.
Creepy.
Very true.
Alyssa Sutherland is the definition of a freaking terrifying performance. Like, oh my god, she got under my skin. Lily Sullivan was such a badass, even towards the third act. With no spoilers if you guys have not seen the movie. Which by the way, if you haven't, why are you watching us?
Yeah,
Don't watch Evil Dead Rise.
it's
Anyways.
on HBO Max, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
go watch.
Yeah, or Max.
I don't care. It's HBO Max. I refuse to call it what they want me to
Yeah,
call it.
but I thought the kids were also really good. But my only slight nitpick with this film is that it took a little while to get where it really needed to go. But other than that, for me personally, I love this film. Saw it twice in theaters, and
Great.
I had a great experience both times. So
I'll say this, Luke. The fact that it was only a runner-up on my list shows how good of a fucking year this year has already been.
I guess you could say that, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. The best part of that experience is that I went with my buddy Ryan. He showed up a half hour late. He got here just in time for it to really get going. And I didn't know he was there. He came into the seat next to me. I was so invested. He whispered in my ear, "Mommy's with the maggots now." And I was like, "Fuck!"
God damn.
Great movie.
Yeah.
All right.
I would say Evil Dead and Evil Dead Rise are the remake, and Evil Dead Rise are the two best Evil Dead movies.
Yeah.
They're so
They're
fucking
great. They're great.
All right.
They're
Number
great,
8.
but I prefer Evil Dead too.
All right. Is it my number 8?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Fritzky.
Hmm.
The title of this movie was my reaction to hearing your thoughts on Infinity Pool.
Fuck you. It's called Fuck You.
No, that could be the alternate title. Infinity Pool. Hey, Fritzky saw Infinity Pool. You hurt my feelings.
That was good too. Saw that with my buddy Jamie. What a fun movie about New York. Being a writer who smokes weed in New York.
I love You Hurt My Feelings. I know I'm a white person. I know I'm white. Fuck off. I don't care. I love Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah.
I love Nicole Holofcener. Everything she's done.
Yes.
She's a genius.
The script is fantastic.
It is a movie about yuppie New York white women. I don't give a shit. I loved it. These New York upscale bougie New York white women are funny. They make me feel things. Many of them very, very happy and very, very sad. This is a movie that is perfect in its depiction of the little things we do to the people we love that we don't realize we do that ruins their day. And this is a movie all the way down to a perfect, brilliant running cameo where Amber Tamblyn and David Cross, basically playing fictional versions of themselves, are the patients of this husband. And there's a scene where it's like, where they're talking and she says, "You know what your problem is? You don't hate women. You just hate women." And David Cross goes, "You know what? Actually, I don't hate women. Maybe I just hate you."
Ouch.
No.
It's amazing. I love this movie.
It's a Woody Allen movie if Woody Allen made good movies. You know what I mean?
Also, if Woody Allen wasn't a creep and he was a
Yes, it's true. If it's Woody Allen, if his writing was smart, that's essentially what this movie is.
It's essentially what it is if you've seen the movie, the previous Nicole Holofcener, Julia Louis-Dreyfus joint, Enough Said. This is like a spiritual sequel. It has roughly the same kind of inciting element. And also, it has Michaela Watkins, and Michaela Watkins makes everything better. She's great. You Hurt My Feelings. A great movie. Check it out. It's an A24 film. It should be up there.
Yes.
Yeah. Number
7.
Number 7.
Fritzky. I want to hear Fritzky's number 7.
Movies and Trains.
Fritzky, number 7.
That guy right in the top
Point
right.
at me.
No.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Make it better for you.
So my number 7, real quick, because we've talked about it a couple times. Knock at the Cabin.
Not gonna do
Fresh
Fresh Cabin.
Air for Shyamalan because I don't know any director out there who is nearly on a hit or miss track record like him.
Mhm.
He's
Oh,
made some of
yes.
the greatest movies I've ever seen, and also some of
you
the
cannot deny
stupidest
that.
movies I've
He
ever
and
seen.
Joe Wright are
So,
mine.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know. This was a really good breath of fresh air, and you know, I mean, best movie in his filmography, far from it. But like, you know what? Fun time at the movies. It was entertaining, and it was probably the first movie I saw this year where I was like, all right, we're off to a pretty fucking good start so far.
Yeah. And
Him
then,
also
like,
funding
'cause
it.
after,
The fact
like,
that he funded it too, and he used his money to do it, you could tell there's a love to it.
Yeah.
Because he paid.
But I was gonna
to
say
make the
this
movie.
though, like because I know you posted your review of it like after we did our watch along for Scream 3, but like when when you told me that you were gonna keep your thoughts in, and I was like, oh no, this could be good or it could be bad. And then I saw it, and I was like, thank God.
Mhm.
Like I was
Yeah.
so happy you enjoyed the movie. So good on you, and I'm glad we did that spoiler talk together.
All right.
That was a fun one.
Alrighty.
All right, now it's his turn.
Okay, so my number 7. He's one mean motherfucker you do not want to mess with.
Yes. Really quick before we keep
Is
going.
it John Wick?
If you want to kill two birds with one stone on movies and trains, I actually have that in my number 7 as well.
Wait, what movie do you have at your number 7?
Sisu.
Sisu.
Oh,
That's at my number 7
really
as well.
liked it. I saw it at TIFF, so I
Loved
can't
it.
count it because I saw it in Midnight Madness, but that was a really fucking fun movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, like when
freaking
movies and trains. When you pulled that quote, I was like, what a coincidence! Like that's my number 7 as well. So
Let's
there you
kill
go.
two birds. So you get to go early this time. Like, so,
Yeah, so just
Combine
a
it.
freaking blast of an action movie. It's just
Yes.
John Wick.
It's
in World War
it
II.
is like
Yeah,
if you
finish-
thought that John Wick 4 was bloody, you ain't seen nothing yet. Like this
Finish
film
John
is
Wick.
fucking brutal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finished John Wick in World War II, beating the shit out of Nazis.
Yeah.
It's
And
just
he's
fucking
freaking throwing landmines, and he throws a freaking landmine at a Nazi, dude. And
He came out at TIFF.
blows
The
up.
director came out at TIFF, and the only thing he said to us at midnight was, "It took me 7 years to make this movie, but I think it's fucking crazy.
Alondra,
Have
I think is what
fun."
it is.
Yeah, he was a crazy dude. He just came out.
He
He's
also-
like, "This is
And funny
fucking gnarly.
enough,
Watch
he
it."
also wrote the movie too. So
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
that
I gotta
there's
say,
going on, but-
get off the horse. Speaking that in my accent like that, like seriously, like when he's just walking around the horse, it's like he just comes out with a gun. He's like, "Get off the horse!"
you.
that accent.
that movie
you.
fucked.
Like
The landmine
how many
scene.
how
I
many
think,
lines
is
did
the
you
best.
bet here?
Yeah,
The landmines.
Or the
Yes,
scene in the
he's
water,
like,
or the scene
"You?"
in the water
Yeah,
where
that
he's
was
pulling
good.
people down.
Dude.
Yeah.
The funniest thing about that landmine scene is like you never know like when it's gonna happen. So it's
Yeah.
like they keep walking.
He purposely
walking.
paced it a certain way so it's unexpected. So he,
Yeah,
landmine
and
fly
I did tell
and hit
this
someone.
earlier, but when I saw the trailer when I went and saw John Wick 4, I mean, I know I told the story before, but I wanted to hear from so I wanted to sell movies and trains quick.
Yeah.
Like, so when I got that trailer, I thought it was just going to be another boring kind of independent film because it kind of looked like it when he was just digging gold.
Yeah.
Boring
But then it just
independent
takes a
film?
turn when he puts the knife through the Nazi's head, and I was like,
No
so
such
this is
thing,
John
damn it.
Wick, basically.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that too when I went to go see John Wick. I was like, I
How
was sitting
dare
there,
you
I was like,
say that?
Okay, what the hell is
Unless
this?
it's film socialismo, then that's a boring. independent.
So
Boring
yeah,
independent
for
film?
anybody all the,
Independent
also,
films are the
that's another
best.
one really quick besides D&D that I'm gonna show to Fritzky at some time soon
Nice.
because I really think
Sisu
he'll.
is another.
I think he might. I think he'll like it. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
But anyway.
it's pretty ballsy. Like
Anyway, I was
Yeah, you
sitting
will.
in the theater when I went to go see John Wick 4, and me and my friend are watching this trailer, and he's like, "Okay, what is this?" And then, like you said, that he shoves the knife through the guy's head. I was like, "Okay." And it just
Everyone clapped at our midnight screening when the Nazi got.
like
we're
when
all
I
like,
saw
"Fuck
that, I was like,
Nazis!"
oh,
Good shit.
yeah, the trailer definitely promised a good movie, and it delivered.
It
So.
Yeah.
really did, and
Yeah.
and I gotta thank you, Movies and Trains, for getting me to watch that one. Like,
You're welcome.
What
man.
about me?
He's the one who really got
I mean,
me to watch this
I
one.
Yeah,
gotta
whoa,
thank
whoa,
you
wait,
for
wait.
sure,
Wait,
Grant,
what
but
about
I mean,
me?
Mostly Movies and Trains. Because
What about me? What about me? I went to the world premiere last September. What about me?
went
I'm
the
the first
opening
We
one
didn't
that
talk
saw
about
it.
it that much. I mean, I think it was mostly Movies and Trains and Jared.
I talked
that really
about it
got
on
me
my
to watch,
YouTube channel.
Like,
Yeah, no.
it was Jared and Movies and Trains that really got me to watch us.
Yeah.
So again,
Number
I gotta
seven.
thank you both for that. Like,
We got
Um,
number 7.
it was fucking great.
Guys, we got to move on. We've got
Yeah.
to move
Number
on.
I'm sorry.
seven.
We're-
I
we're
just-
getting-
I was
yeah.
like, so excited
Um,
to talk about Sisu.
30
Number
minutes will
7.
be on the same runtime as Bo is Afraid. So
Yeah, we really
Number
Okay.
7.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
be quick. I'll be quick because everyone's talked about it. But the way I describe it, it's a Kurosawa film. It's a spaghetti western, and it's a French
Yay.
drama or European drama. John Wick Chapter 4.
Wick with
It's
swords. Wick with swords.
It's so
Baba
good.
Yaga.
It's a fucking action movie that is actually
Yeah.
cinema and not just blockbuster slop, which I thought was fantastic. The
Awesome.
scene with him going through the house with the fire gun, and you
Dude!
have it like
Dragons,
Hotline Miami. That's the
Yeah.
best scene of the whole movie. The whole third act is the greatest fucking action set piece I've seen in
Fucking
fucking
amazing.
years, like a
amazing.
long time.
Yeah.
It's an action movie where they actually cared to make it look like a piece of cinema with the
Yeah.
cinematography, the color grading, the way that they chose to tell the story. It's very much, if Akira Kurosawa was still with us, it's very much something he would make, and I love it for that. Or Sergio Leone.
Mm.
Yeah, I would.
No,
agree with
John Wick is fucking amazing. People need to see it if they haven't, but it's
Great.
sound
that.
mixing.
What are they
too,
doing if they
because
haven't though? That's the.
They're
I
gonna
think the
win
question is that.
sound mixing. They're gonna win sound mixing for that punching bag scene because every time
What,
I
do you,
worked
what about
I
even like when
worked
he's
the
just like kills a couple of people with nunchucks? Like
when
Yeah,
I was
sick.
working at Cineplex, every time they play John Wick, we knew the movie started because we could hear him punching the punching bag.
I was
It was
actually-
so loud.
that
shit.
reminds me. I went to go see. Fuck, what was it? I think it was Dungeons and Dragons.
And could you
And
hear it beside you?
I could hear it from inside.
Yeah,
the Dungeons and Dragons
nice.
theater. I swear, to
It's
God, I could
so
hear it from inside the
loud.
theater. Yeah,
It's gonna
but,
win
but
the
it's
Oscar.
great though. You can't deny that. It's fucking great. Like,
yeah, it's so good.
Great movie though.
Yeah.
It's not
All right.
perfect.
not-
but
I'll just tell you this: it's not my number one, but we'll get to it. We'll get
It
to it.
wasn't mine, but it was on there. But Fritzky now. Let's move on to Fritzky and then to me. 'Cause we gotta get
No, Fritz.
Or,
Fritz
number
Yeah, Fritzky.
7.
and
We're on
Fritzky
seven
and
or
then me.
six?
He
I
already
think
did 7. Fritzky
Yeah,
already
so
did
now we're on
7. You
6.
I'm on
you
number
haven't
six.
done 7, Grant.
Oh, Fritzky, what was your 7?
Not
My
the
7
cabin.
was Knock at the Cabin.
Oh, right. Okay, so now it's my turn. Okay, I got you because Luke and that threw
Had
me
the
off.
same one.
Yeah. All right, number 7. Is the second best movie I've seen where Chloe Moretz plays a bloodlusting child who fights someone to the Banana Splits theme, and that's Nimona. I love this
Oh.
movie.
We're gonna
Okay.
check.
Disney should not have dropped it 75% of the way through because gay. No, I mean they did it because gay. Literally, there was
Yeah.
a gay kiss. Fuck you, Disney. Fuck you, Bob Iger. You can suck my cock. Now, about a children's
Let's go.
film, I understand, but it's still irritating.
I gotta watch that one. I definitely gotta watch
Nimona,
It's a neat one.
dude, it's great. And what I love about
that.
it
I
is
promise you though, I will watch it. Just
this movie, my number 14, Everybody, and another movie on my list were the 3 films I watched with my aunt when I was in Utah. And she said, man, I wouldn't have even heard of these movies if I didn't watch them with you. I loved all
Yeah.
3 of these movies. Nimona is a children's movie that actually cares about actually wants to take kids to darker places without fear. It reminds me
Yo.
of Ghibli in that way. And what I love about it is it's a movie about suicidal ideation for children. It's a movie that has a line in it in which our character, in her lowest point, says, "Everyone who thinks you're a monster wants to stab you through the heart. The sad thing is,
Yep.
some days I want to let them. Fuck.
all right.
This is a
Oh.
kid's movie.
Is it a gay movie? Is it like
It
a
is.
queer coded
It-
film? I need to
it's
see
a-
it then.
It's not only gay. It's a gay/trans non-binary movie.
Okay, well, I'm gonna watch it now because the
It's-
only
the-
reason I watched Spider-Verse was because it was trans. That's
Be-
so
Be-
I'm gonna see
Becca-
Nimona now.
The key lines in the movie are first off, like, "Are you a boy now?" He goes, "Today I am." That's one line. The
Nice.
other one is
Nice.
the other one is constantly, "Are you a girl?" It's like, "I'm Nimona."
Mhm.
There you go.
Love it.
I
Alright.
need to see it now because that sounds
Go
fucking
see
great.
it. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry, and it's also one of the most badass action movies. Of the
It's a
year.
Netflix movie, right?
Yeah,
It is. It is. a
I'll
Netflix
probably
movie.
watch it like in the next couple days before.
Check it
Barbie.
out. Disney, you done fucked up.
it's pretty solid.
Nice.
It's great.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Number 6. Okay,
Okay,
Fritzky,
number 6.
Number 6.
What's number 6, my man?
Wait, is it me or Becca?
You.
It could be you because the way I think
You.
we'll do it is it'll be Fritzky, Movies and Trains, me, Luke, and then
Me
Grant.
last.
And then
Okay.
yeah.
So at my number 6, I have the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh, so close.
Anya
You know what, man?
Taylor-Joy
I'll take
queen.
it. I'll take it, man.
so yeah, no, I
Bowser
mean,
is
just
coming.
highly entertaining. It's been a while since I spit out my drink and laughter at a movie in the theater before, but it happened then, and it
The
was
Star. Luma Lake.
no.
No,
I'll-
it was,
I'll-
I know what it is. I
Real
know what
quick,
it
I'll
is.
tell you what happened. So the thing about whatever Bowser says about like making love makes a man,
Love
come out
makes
of
a
his
man come out of his shell.
and so here he is practicing it. What I was not expecting was for him to say it, and right as I took a drink, all of a sudden I sip, and then I guess love really does make. I fucking spit
Make
out
it-
my
make a guy
spit in
come out of his
laughter. That was
shell.
hilarious.
There you go.
Peaches,
Love it,
peaches,
bro.
peaches,
It's so
peaches,
good.
peaches.
Peaches,
Yep.
peaches. Okay.
There you go.
So, yeah, Mario.
Raise your goblet of rock.
Wait, are we
Different
done
Jack Black
with
movie.
your review? I was gonna hold this for the
Yeah.
whole review.
Girl boss.
You said.
Girl boss.
Yeah.
Joss Queen Girl
Anya
boss.
Taylor-Joy.
Play. All right.
Yes.
Movies and trains. You're number six, my
Movies and
man.
Trains.
Okay, so first off, I'd just like to start off by saying my friend sent me this for some reason. I don't know what the fuck it is.
What
but
is it? What's it
it's
called?
A picture of a guy that says "I eat kids."
What the hell?
Oh yes, Matt Gaines.
I have no
Alright,
no
let me see
fucking
if
idea what
this
that
is
is. Anyway, let's move on.
Nope.
You know that guy
anyway,
got invited
let's
to a
move on.
Barbie premiere. And
Anyway,
I
so
didn't?
my number 6 is Evil Dead Rise. We already talked about it. It's just
Okay.
a fucking
Well,
gore
we put
fest
the
of a
market
movie.
scans.
It's sweet. Not the best of the franchise though, unfortunately, but still,
Definitely not. Like
That's your number
It's
six.
freaking awesome.
I'd say it's top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say my second favorite, Evil Dead remake, Evil Dead Rise, and then I'd probably go 1, 2, 3 or 2, 1, 3 or something like that.
You will for sure always be my favorite. Like not
3
even
is
one.
my favorite.
Remake is fucking crazy though.
Remake is great for sure. I mean, that's the thing I love about Evil Dead is that it's a really consistent horror franchise.
That's
Not
true.
even a question.
Yeah.
There's not one bad one in there, I don't think.
I agree. Thank you.
Number 6. Mine is one that we already talked about, but I think it's not as good as Midsummer. It's better than Hereditary. No, that's not true. It's his worst film, but it's still pretty good. Beau's Afraid. Beau's Afraid. I
when you
saw it
mentioned those
twice.
two, I was like, yeah, I know where this is going.
I saw it at a critic screening on a Tuesday, and then on the Wednesday, I saw it again with Ari Aster, and I dressed up as Florence Pugh in Midsummer. It took me 2
Nice.
watches to fully get it, but then when I watched it the second time, I'm like, oh, this is about being a parent and a child in a situation where there's anxiety or depression, like having a child with mental illness. And I didn't really fully grasp it on the first one, but the second one, I'm like, oh, this is a deep fucking movie. It's funny. It's really fucking funny. That's the thing. Is a lot of people are like, oh, it's scary. I'm like, no, it's fucking hilarious. It's probably
It is.
one of the funniest things I've seen this year.
I mean, at the same time, it's honestly pretty.
It's like a dark humor. It's like a dark sadistic humor, but I love it. It's like Sanctuary. It's a dark sadistic humor, but it works. Joaquin Phoenix is great. I think he's a great performance. Run around screaming the whole time. It is a little too long, but I think that the movie ultimately is strong. Midsummer still his best movie though, and still his best lead performance of an Ari Aster film. But no, Beau's Afraid is good. It's my number 6. Yeah,
I've turned off so many people by the single description of there's a lot of penis in this movie.
there's a lot of penis. There's big balls. Someone
Well, you
dies
didn't turn me
from
off
being,
on that because I mean, I'm not bothered
Yeah.
by it.
Penis
Mariah
monster.
Carey. Mariah Carey.
Penis,
we
I
have
cannot
Penis,
listen
penis,
to Always
penis,
Be
penis,
My
penis.
Baby anymore.
a bitch drinking paint and dying. Like I
That-
read the script before I saw the movie, and I was like, this is the craziest fucking thing ever. I don't think he could do it, and it worked out. And I'm like, that's fucking insane because it was a crazy ass script.
Yeah.
Number 6.
Number 6 for me.
Yeah.
This was your grandmother, Sam. Nancy Loomis. Scream 6.
Oh, I was about to
Oh,
say
hey.
Halloween. I was about to say Halloween Ends.
no,
me
I
too.
said Nancy Loomis.
Halloween Ends is a good movie. That's what I'll say. It's just
I agree.
misunderstood.
Thank you. But Scream 6 is by far my favorite Scream sequel. Like, not even a question like about it. It's
Yeah, that's true.
it's
Yeah.
awesome. Like, the kills were brutal. Ghostface was ruthless, and I love the bonding dynamic between Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega a little bit more this time around than they did in 5.
Mm.
But I mean, this is the thing I like about 5 and 6 is that, like, the more time that goes on with both of those films, like, their bond strengthens and grows, and it's something that is to be appreciated about these two. And the Ghostface reveals, I could say 1 was definitely predictable, but the other two, it was just like
That's true.
The radio silence team just like really knew what to do, just turning the tables on you. Like, especially with the last killer reveal. Like, that was just like, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of guessed it halfway through, but I know what you mean. I think it was still kind of meant a little bit surprising, but
It was just
I
really the
did- I-
second killer
I like
reveal
his
that I was just like,
motivation
yeah, I
more.
saw that coming.
I don't like the reveal. I like his motivation more, and the way that he gets killed in the movie.
But the
I think it's great.
but the real twist with the film, I was just like, what?
What, the familial connection
Yeah, the
That's
family
what's-
connection, like to
Yeah.
the previous killer.
to the previous movie? Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
I'm saying to a previous killer, because some people on YouTube may have not seen this movie yet. Which, if you
They
haven't,
won't figure it
why?
out though. Which, to be honest, we've all been spoiled on Twitter already. It's kind of like it was the movie of the moment for a bit.
But yeah, Scream 6, man,
Mhm.
just
And it's your number 6.
awesome, and probably
Yeah.
so far this year
Did
the
you do
best
that on
theater
purpose?
experience for me.
Did
Yeah,
you do
did
that
you
on
do that?
purpose, Luke?
Scream 6 at 6.
What?
Scream 6 is
Six,
your number
six.
6.
666.
No, that wasn't on purpose. I promise. That wasn't
That's
on
hilarious.
Purpose.
If it wasn't on purpose.
I could
Six,
tell you
six,
another one that
six.
might be on purpose, but we'll get to it when we get there.
Grant, what's your 6?
Hey,
Yeah,
Becca.
you hurry.
I'll tell you what my 6. Yeah, we do. Becca.
Is it? It's something I've seen. Only me. I've seen.
Don't.
Right.
Okay, we're not going to spoil
Hold
each
up a
other's
second
things,
here.
though. Becca,
Don't toot your
Yeah.
horn.
my number 6. Becca,
Okay.
listen to me closely. This is the lesson of the day, kids.
Okay.
Say it with me. We need to chant. You and
Okay.
I. You can't wake
Evil
up if
Dice
you don't
Night.
fall asleep. You can't wake up.
Can't wake up if you don't fall asleep.
You
Okay.
can't
Yes.
wake up if you don't fall asleep. You can't wake up
What
if you don't.
what is that? An alien in a
Asteroid
car. An alien in a
Asteroid-
spaceship.
Asteroid
An alien
City.
eating ice cream.
Asteroid City. Damn it.
I'm
Asteroid
just referring to the Sophia Lillis. I'm referring to the Sophia Lillis scene. An alien in a car. An alien in a spaceship.
Yeah.
An
Okay.
alien. It's a good movie. Yeah.
I'm waiting till Peacock, but once it hits on Peacock,
Right.
I am absolutely gonna watch Asteroid City.
This.
Wes Anderson's best
Hey.
in Grand Budapest.
Okay, hold up, everybody. So Asteroid City. I've seen it twice now.
Nah. Okay.
It is a film. I also saw it with my dad and my uncle on vacation.
Nice.
It is a movie about. It's about COVID. I also think it's about the boundaries between fiction and the people who create it. So in a
Yes.
weird way,
Very much.
it is a movie. It is a movie that is relevant now more than ever in the writer's strike, post-writer's
Yes.
strike. It's a
That is
movie.
true.
It is a movie that lures you in with the promise of science fiction and does give it to you
Mhm.
in the most Wes Anderson way imaginable, which is it is really not a science fiction movie. It's a comedy.
No.
But because it's science fiction is a layer of a larger
Well,
whole
because
story.
the alien's barely in the movie. It's more about the paranoia of everyone else. I also
I
think
guess
it's
the
a
reason
movie
why
about.
I think people were honestly expecting more aliens because the film
Yeah.
is called Asteroid
It-
City.
it's like
that's
two
really not-
scenes. It's
They
but
didn't really market the aliens a whole lot in the trailers. It was just
it's
like,
really
oh yeah, there's an
about-
alien, and they cut
Yeah.
away from it.
And
It's
the
a
thing
movie
about
about
Wes Anderson, so you're going to expect a lot of quirky dialogue and very beautiful cinematography. Right?
Hey Becca,
Grant, do you think it's going to win Best Song for the song about the alien
Yes.
that they made?
Oh
That,
my
yes,
God.
because I will
And
make sure that
okay,
happens.
now I need to
That-
watch Asteroid City.
that
You really
or it's
do.
just Ken. That or the Ken song from Barbie's going to win Best Song this year. It's going to be the
Hey,
Not To this year. Because
Hey-
when I heard that song, I was like, this is a
amazing.
shoe-in. So fucking good.
I'm already prepared for the fact that we are going to have next year at the Oscars a Scarlett Johansson situation in regards to Margot
Yes.
Robbie, where she's going to be nominated for Best Actress and Best Supporting Actress in the same year.
Yeah.
Because
Here's
she's in one
what I'll say.
scene.
Are you excited to
Amazing.
hear them? They're going to perform that song at the Oscars, and Ryan Gosling is going to perform "I'm Just Ken" at the Oscars.
That
It's going to be a fucking
would be
crazy
amazing.
year.
But Asteroid City, let's think about this in the logistics of the Wes Anderson universe.
Yeah.
When we met Wes Anderson, or right after, we met Jason Schwartzman in Rushmore. He's the fucking dad now. What?
It's crazy.
The
It
And
shows
it
how big
feels-
his filmography's been.
And the best thing I can say about Asteroid City, and it's a compliment, it feels like Max Fisher wrote it, which is the
Yes.
best thing I can say about it. And you'll know what I mean when you see the movie. Great
Yes.
movie. Asteroid City is my number 6.
I kind of already know what you mean because it's
Yeah.
Rushmore.
Well,
Number
basically.
5.
Number
Frisbee,
five.
what's your number 5?
Number 5. We're getting down to the nitty gritty.
All right, number 5 for me is Scream 6. Saw this film
Okay.
on my birthday, and it is my third favorite Scream film. Yeah, I mean, this new wave of Scream movies is fucking awesome. I'm really enjoying it so far. So yeah, Scream 5, or no, sorry, Scream 6.
I need to watch it again. I saw it in the theater with a packed theater with Janelle. We loved it. It went down as I watched more movies, but I think I gotta watch it again because I think I would like it again. Maybe not as much as I did the first time, but it is fun. Like the last
Most brutal in the
act,
franchise,
great.
and that's for certain.
Yes, especially the kill of the main killer, where you get like the stab in the face or whatever that happened, or the in the eye. That was a
There's
great
one in
kill.
the eye,
I
there's
was
one
like,
in the mouth.
let's go. Like, it was good.
All right.
Oh,
My
yeah.
main problem with the killers is
Mhm.
if you really like figure out which Ghostface is where, then you really
Yes.
start to think like, how the fuck are they able to do that? Like the
Yeah.
Well, especially
Quinn or whatever?
This,
Wait,
the
Quinn
scene
chucking
with
the
Gail.
the dude in Gail's apartment. Like,
Yes.
how the
Yeah.
hell does that happen?
How that's the one that confuses me is how
Yeah.
it's like having the girl kill Dewey in the last one. It's like, how do they have the physical capabilities to do that? It makes no sense, but you kind of just accept it. But like, yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, so yep, let's move on to next person.
number
Alrighty.
number 5.
So I don't even
Yep.
remember when. Okay, number 5, Creed 3. This
Okay.
probably isn't on anybody's list either, but
It was
I-
on
I-
mine.
I mentioned it, so
It was on mine. It was my number 29.
I freaking love this movie. I know a lot of people have issues now that like the Jonathan Major stuff has circled the internet, but holy shit, I love the
great.
freaking style of this movie. It's so wonderful, and I'd say it's style over story for sure. Like the style of it is a little bit better than its story because it's a little basic for a Rocky movie. Even though Rocky's not even in it, but I know a lot of people complain too that there's a Rocky-sized hole in it. There really wasn't for
There
me.
wasn't.
I feel like they paid homage pretty well. They just like mentioned him, like how his life is going. Like that was good enough. And I feel like the way that they left him off in Creed 2 made sense with leaving him out of Creed 3 because it closed out his story well. But
I agree.
yeah, I love Creed 3. This movie is just freaking great.
Number 5. Okay, number 5. It's Sanctuary.
Yeah, Sanctuary.
The
Sanctuary.
way I describe
Sanctuary.
it, it's the horny Dommy Mommy movie, and it's so good.
The horny what movie?
The horny Dommy Mommy movie, like
Yes!
Dominant Mommy
Yes,
movie.
Queen.
I love Margaret Qualley and I love Christopher
Yeah.
Abbott. There's a
Amazing.
part of me that watched it, and I think if I watch it again, it's going to be like top of the list. A part of me fantasizes about how great it would be to be Margaret Qualley in that movie, which it's just because it's a weird kinky movie. It's a weird one
Yeah.
of those movies. You told me to watch. I knew about it from Tiff, and everyone loved it. But when you told me about the one shot of them dancing around the hotel
Of her
room,
dancing, around- him looking for the camera.
that's the greatest fucking scene because it proves
awesome.
that Zachary
The wonder.
Wiggin is such a fucking brilliant filmmaker in the way he tells his stories. But Sanctuary is great. Not enough people have seen it. If they like
Great.
weird erotic thrillers like Crash or like things like that, it's a weird erotic thriller comedy that works. It's essentially another Christopher Abbott movie. It's a better version of Piercing that came out like 2018, I think.
I haven't seen Piercing.
It's a better version of Piercing. It's a less artsy version and a more palpable version of it, but better. But Margaret Qualley is a gem, and she does amazing
Yeah.
performances, and she's amazing in this. And it makes me excited for her next movie, Drive Away Dolls, that might play.
I want to see that so bad.
We
I
might
can
see it at the premiere. It looks so fucking good. I'm so excited. We'll figure out tomorrow if it's coming to TIFF, but it looks so good. Margaret Qualley is a gem. Yeah.
So, for movies and trains, if in case, just for context, Sanctuary was my number 15. That's why I'm freaking out. It's on.
I
it's in
really
front.
wish I could have seen that movie, but
It's so I think Grant could probably hook you up with it.
I might. I don't own it.
Maybe.
I saw it at an art house, but I'm gonna
Okay.
buy it. I don't buy
But
physical
it's
media anymore.
I don't
fucking
know if
great.
there's an art house theater near me at all. So I have.
That is so unfortunate because you're missing out
Yeah.
on like all the good movies.
I
by
had to
having-
drive
I was
an
able
hour
to see
to-
Beau was Afraid in theaters, so
Well, because I take 4 stops on the train and I get to the TIFF Bell Lightbox, and that's where all these movies are usually playing. So it's always nice to have that in my area to go see something really weird or see an old
Oh.
movie. But
Hey Becca,
Yeah.
that's pretty nice.
when it's available on physical media in Canada, I might need you to hook me up with another movie because I saw a trailer. I don't know
What movie?
Guys, I gotta go pretty soon.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Probably
go-
like before the 3-hour mark.
We need to hurry.
Yeah, we do.
What movie? Just quickly, what movie?
Because I'm a Sarah Gadon fan, North of Norman. I've been wanting to see that since I heard
Okay,
it.
I could probably find you a version of that.
Because I
if-
want to
if-
see it.
Okay, yeah.
Number 5, Luke.
How does it feel? I cannot wait to take it off. Yeah. Welcome to womanhood.
Luke, you want to kill 2 birds? Because it's also my number 5.
Let's go, man. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret, dude.
Are
Let's
you
freaking
there,
go.
God? It's me, Margaret. Is my our
Love it,
focus
man.
on number 5. What an
Yes, man.
amazing, what a beautiful movie this was. Just really, what a beautiful.
That it's
Heartwarming.
funny that you say that line because you don't really understand it until you start wearing it, and you're like, "Oh yeah, this It's
I
fucking
got that though. Like,
true.
I got that to a certain degree. Like I found that
True.
funny. Like
is good."
I grew up in a house with primarily women, so I've been there.
Yeah.
Not exactly, because I'm not going to speak on that because I'm not a
Mhm.
lady.
oh my god.
But I get that. What I think Kelly Fremon, whatever you want to, Fremon, Craig, is a genius. She needs
Yeah.
to make more movies. Luke, you were right on that statement. Edge of 17 was brilliant. This might be even a little bit better, and I loved the Edge of 17.
Yes.
This
I still
was-
like 17 more, but it's very true. It's very fucking good.
and there was a weird feeling I had. It's hard to describe when I watched this movie. I read this book as a kid.
Mhm.
I was in a school that didn't ban it right away, so we read this
Yeah.
book, but I hadn't read it in a good 20 years almost. I had this moment of watching this movie and going, "Oh, my brain!" After 20 years, going, "I remember that from the book."
Yeah.
That too. The group project. Yep. The
Yep.
tall girl in their club. Yep. Abby Ryder Fortson is a goddamn movie star.
Mhm.
Yeah,
She's
she is.
amazing. One of the best performances of the year so far. And I just love that this movie doesn't have a villain.
Movies and
Puberty
trains.
is a villain. It's so good. Kathy Bates, I just saw her in a movie called The Miracle Club. Kathy Bates just continues to remind me that she's a phenomenal.
Movies and trains.
What? Oh, sorry.
Who's making all that racket? Lisa, knock off that
Okay,
racket.
we got to get through this quick.
Okay,
Wow.
but Luke, that's my
Sorry about
thoughts.
that.
Yeah, number 5. Are you there? That's me,
Nice.
Margaret. Luke.
Yeah, you basically kind of stole my thunder there. So yeah,
Oh, sorry.
You
Sorry about
basically
that.
said everything that I would think about the films. So I mean, even though I never read the book either, just to say that I never read the book. So
Okay.
well, everything that I elaborated on in my review of the film, yeah, you guys know my thoughts.
It's great.
No.
Great review, great.
So yeah, let's how about this? Let's just buzz through our 4 through 1, so that way we can get this done.
Ski number 4. What's up?
Well, we're almost
we
there,
go.
Luke. Let's just finish.
Yeah.
All right. Evil Dead Rise is my number 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. As far as straightforward horror films go, it's probably my favorite.
Makes sense.
Good one.
All right.
Here's the
My
trains.
number 4 is Air, the
Okay.
Ben Affleck movie.
Awesome, dude.
It's such a freaking great biopic
Mhm.
underdog story. It's
Nice.
perfect. I love it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Number 4, Blackberry. The best product
Yes!
movie this year. The best supporting performance from Glenn Howerton.
Hell
It's a
yeah.
great Canadian gem. It's The Big Short, but
Shout out
better.
to Robert Finley in the chat.
Yeah, shout
Oh!
out to him.
Hell yeah, brother.
But no, Black.
Robert!
To
Yeah,
reiterate, Black, because we
true.
keep seeing it. Watch Blackberry if you have.
Yes.
That's just a fact.
I know.
Just-
I need to.
it's
I
good.
need to. But
Everyone
it's
should
not-
see
it's
it.
on my
That's
radar.
my number 4.
Matt
Great
Johnson is a
performances.
genius.
Love it. He's a genius. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Luke, number
if
4.
you guys thought that I put Scream 6 at number 6 on purpose,
Oh no.
yeah. My number 4 is John Wick Chapter 4.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And honestly, I can't really tell you which one I prefer, to be honest with you. Like, because I always have this like competing battle between this and the first one, to be honest. Like, which one is my favorite? Because I think honestly, this one and Chapter 1, I think are honestly equally awesome. But if I really had to give you an answer now, I think I'd honestly say that this is the best one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like, the action is just, oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah! Love it.
Fuck yeah, motherfucker. So that's how I felt walking out of that movie.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise! Hot eyes, motherfucker. Rude eyes, motherfucker.
Anyway, let's keep going.
Number 4 for Grant.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Number
Yes.
4 is a movie that sadly came and went from theaters, and it is the highest rated animated film, and it's Sezume.
Yes, that was
Good
my
way,
list.
yeah.
That was great.
Is that your number 4? Or no, your number 4?
No, it's not on my list, but it's fucking great. It's
Sezume is the perfect capper to the sort of thematic trilogy that Shinkai has done with Your Name, Weathering with You, and now this. I saw it in IMAX, subbed of course. What an experience that was.
Yeah.
I love this movie. It sucks that it's not going to be on Blu-ray probably till at least January because Crunchyroll doesn't put their shit out right away.
Yeah.
Love this movie. Great movie. Sezume. Great movie for the whole family. Number 4.
yes.
Number 3.
All right, number 3, Frisky.
All right, number 3, John Wick 4.
Woo!
Yeah, this
There we
movie
go.
fucking sick as shit.
So freaking good.
I fucking loved it. And this is probably, and we've been talking about this the last couple days, but honestly, it's probably the only time I've had a theater experience this terrible, but the movie was so good that it didn't hinder my enjoyment at all. Like it
That was
was
Indiana
Yeah, if you
Jones.
guys don't know
borderline.
that story, go watch our last. Go watch the Q&A that lasted about 3.5 hours.
It was
So,
great.
John Wick 4.
Awesome.
Nice.
With the trains.
John Wick.
All right, my
I
number
feel like.
3.
Hey, guys,
I know a
before-
lot of
before-
people.
Before we move on, can I just make an observation? John Wick 4, I believe, is the only movie that was on all 6 of our lists.
Yes,
I think so.
So
Yes.
that's true.
Wait, we still have his to come
and
though.
Bo is afraid,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And well, not him though.
Afraid, Bo's Afraid's in my top 20.
Okay.
Okay, so number 3.
All right, my number 3 is it's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Okay.
Again, like it's not on purpose, I swear to God, but I don't know.
Sky. Movies and Trains. Sky. It's too soon.
Yeah.
Sky.
Met a girl, fell in love with her,
Sky?
and she came back a total dick.
Anyway, yeah. I just freaking love this movie. It's just one of the best MCU movies. I think I have it in my top 2 currently.
Mhm.
It's in my top 15. I'll tell you that.
I-
It's
don't
up
know.
there.
It's just so damn good. I love it. I don't know what else to say.
Number 3.
Was it?
Theater camp.
Yay!
I saw it last night at a press screening, and it was funny. It was
We are gay
it was-
witches, and this is our spell.
It was a balancing act of making fun of theater kids, but also being a love letter to live theater. It was funny. It was very much Spinal Tap, School of Rock, and the producers wrapped into one. And I didn't expect to laugh as much. And shout out to Jimmy Tatro was great in it. But
Yes.
also the best performance, Io Edebiri as a person that has no skills that comes in and pretends that she does. A great performance from her, really funny. It's a mockumentary done right because some people don't know how to do mockumentary, but the movie was fucking hilarious. It's Searchlight. Everyone's going to get it next week.
Yeah.
But
Can't
it's
wait
great.
to see it with an audience.
Theater camp is with an audience last night was fucking amazing. Like, it's good.
I saw it
Yeah.
at home via Sundance. All I will say, I'm glad you put it on your list. All I will say is, it's like the demon love child of this is Spinal Tap, Drop Dead Gorgeous, and School of Rock.
Yes, that is a good comparison.
With
yeah,
a dash of Pitch Perfect and Camp thrown in for good measure.
Yeah, true.
Very good.
That's good.
All right.
All right, number 3 still. Luke,
Yeah.
number 3?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a me.
Come
Super
on.
Mario Brothers
Peaches,
movie.
peaches, 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 peaches.
I'll put this up every
Ow.
time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to elaborate too much on this movie because, I mean, pretty much everybody that I know that I talk to knows how I feel about this movie. So if you guys want to know how I feel, go check out my review and also my spoiler talk I did with Jennifer. You guys don't know how I feel. Fucking love it. Seen it 5 times now.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
much.
Fucking awesome.
I've seen it
That's
too
too
many
much.
times. At this
I've seen
point.
it. I saw it 3 times in theaters, and then when I got the movie, I watched it twice.
Crazy shit.
Fucking awesome! Like, it is so awesome. Yeah, I wanted to keep that one short and sweet because you guys already know how I feel about Mario Brothers.
Yep.
So
Grant number 3.
All right. First off, before we do, I have something special planned to end this when we all hit number 1 before we to say goodnight. All right.
Okay.
Number three, 1001.
Okay.
This movie bawled my fucking eyes out at this movie. This was just such a moving film, and it's how you do this story. When you describe this movie to people, it sounds like the most cliched, like hood adjacent, coming of age, mother-son story ever, but it's written with such emotional intelligence. A.V. Rockwell is a genius, and Tiana Taylor, Jesus, I am just so good. One of the best female performances of the year for sure. And just,
Yeah.
I love this movie. It left me a sobbing wreck. 1001's number 3.
all right, number 2.
Number 2, Fritz.
Number
G.
2.
All right, number 2 for me. And I'm just going to say, even though the scores are by a half star, my 2 and 1 are, I'm going to say they're very, very fucking interchangeable. But number 2 for me is Beau is Afraid. Ari Aster is probably honestly my favorite contemporary filmmaker right now for sure. I'm not going to count people like Paul Thomas Anderson and, people like them because they've been in it. Whereas Ari Aster is very fucking new. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to say he's my favorite contemporary filmmaker right now. And this is definitely his most ambitious and most grand scaled film out of the 3 easily. So yeah.
Beau was Afraid. Movies and Trains.
All right. My number 2 is a movie that's probably at like the top of multiple people's lists. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
It's just
Trans Gwen Stacy. Let's go.
Trans Gwen Stacy, let's go.
yeah. It's just the way you
Actually,
do
really
a
quick.
movie.
You want to kill 2 birds with one stone again?
I
I
guess.
also have that
so,
at number
yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just how you do a multiverse movie, right? It's
Yeah.
I agree, and also like this and another film is also how you do a part 1.
yes.
That's kind of a spoiler for my number 1 pick, but we'll get to
Yep.
it.
Yeah. All right, Becca, you're
Was
up.
that all? Okay, this one like no one's seen. It was a TIFF 2022 movie, but it finally came out this year. How to Blow Up a Pipeline. Probably
It's
the
on my
most-
list. I wanna
Probably
see
the
it.
most important movie about a bunch of young people who want to blow up a pipeline to say fuck you oil companies. It was a
Have there
movie
been
that
any other movies that are like that?
when it came out, the FBI issued warnings that it was going to cause like mass attacks on oil companies, but it didn't.
Never does.
But it's a great cast because you got like Sasha Lane and Forrest Goodluck and Ariella Bearer. It's just a great like ensemble film that's also like it's non-linear. It jumps around, but it's probably the most important movie of the year so far because it's such a big topic right now. It's great. Grant will agree, right? It's a fucking fantastic movie.
I haven't seen it yet.
I've heard
I
it's
haven't
good.
Oh, you haven't seen it, but it's on your list. It's
I heard
It's
that
on
one's
my
good,
list.
yeah.
I
It's
tried
fucking
to
good.
sneak it in before, but I just didn't have time.
Yeah. It's Neon's probably my favorite Neon film distributed by Neon this year, but it's great. It's an important movie. It's a great ticking clock thriller, but it's fun. It's good. Yeah.
Alright. Luke. Oh wait, Luke, you already went, so it's my
I already got it with Movies and Trains. My number 2 is Across the Spider-Verse.
All right, good pick. Number 2, Becca. This movie, you could say I am all 8,000 layers of yin with it. Lives.
Nice.
This
Okay.
movie is
Yes.
beautiful.
It is.
The ending makes me tear up just talking about it.
I feel that. Yeah.
But it's not a sad movie. It's a very happy movie about some very bitter
very funny.
things. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
And John Magaro is one of our best character actors, and he proves
Yep.
it here. It's great.
He's in my
I
supporting
love
list.
Greta Lee. I haven't seen her much of her, but she's.
Well, she was
Where
in
the other
Russian
guy
Doll.
never-
She's the best friend in Russian Doll.
Was that the second? I still haven't seen season 2. Was that
I
season
think
2? or was
she's
that
the
season
best
1?
friend who her first line is "Happy birthday, bitch. Here's some weed." That was like her
Right.
first.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's who it is. Yeah,
Awesome. So yeah, love Past Lives. Great movie. Great movie.
yeah.
All right.
And
now we're
drum
down to
roll.
number 1.
Drum roll.
Fritzky's number 1.
My number 1,
Yeah.
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay,
Yep.
My boy.
let's go, Gwen Stacy. Yeah.
All right.
It's
Movies and
on all
Trains,
of
your
our
number
lists,
1?
too.
All right, I'm gonna throw on some strobes for this one. Holy
What?
shit!
Stroke? Is it Mission Impossible?
Okay, John Wick
Hold on.
4 because it's a motherfucking rave scene, baby.
Oh hell yeah! Yeah.
All right, yeah, it's just fucking badass as hell. I don't know what else to say about it. It's a masterpiece.
Crazy.
I love it. So
No one's seen my number 1.
bet.
It's a movie called Something You Said Last Night. It played at TIFF last year. I saw it this week. It's about a family who goes on a vacation in Ontario to the lakes, and it tells the story. The main character is a trans girl who's also a writer who just graduated and she can't find a job, and she's trying to like balance everything, but it's not working out. And it's kind of a drama, kind of a comedy. It's a first directed film, and it's a Canadian film, and it's like a LGBTQ film. Probably it's my favorite because I relate to it so much. So much of the movie I felt like pierced my life at this moment, and movies rarely do that. The one movie that did that last year was The People's Joker. That was the movie that was like, this is you, and it was amazing. It was like my favorite movie of last year. But this year, this is the same thing. It's a movie that I think talks to me a lot more than it will for other people. It's still a really good movie on its own. I recommend it for when it gets American distribution, but it's an interesting kind of slice of life vacation film that is funny. It's sad. It hit me in strange ways that it won't hit other people. They probably won't be able to relate to it as much. But no, Something You Said Last Night, directed by Louis de Philippis. I think, I don't know. She's definitely. It's got a name that's like I feel bad because I can't pronounce it. But shout out to Carmen Madonia. She plays the lead trans girl writer, and I was talking to her about how much I really love the movie today. Good movie, but yeah, that's my favorite movie of the year.
All right. I mean,
Luke.
I kind of spoiled what my number 1 would be, but my number 1 is Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Dun 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 dun.
The second year in a freaking row that Tom Cruise
So
has hit the
fucking
number 1
good.
spot for me, and if it
So
stays like that,
fucking
it's gonna be freaking history for me. Like Mission
Amazing.
Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 is exactly how you do a Part 1. It actually
The train.
This movie does not pull a Fast X on you. It actually feels like a complete movie, despite it
It's
actually
great.
being a Part 1. It feels like a complete movie. So, this to set the stage for you, Movies and Trains and Fritzky's. You guys go check that movie out. I like that. But
That's
anyway,
You know what?
this is the
I
stage
won't
for you two, because, I mean, you guys haven't seen it, which I implore both of you,
I've seen
go
it.
see it now. I'm talking about Movies and Trains and Fritzky. They haven't seen it.
It's fantastic.
I am warning you
okay.
guys, check this movie
That's
out,
how
and I'm
my
just
family-
saying, it actually feels like a complete movie.
It's
I'm
not
hoping to see
Fallout
it
or Rogue Nation,
Thursday, I believe.
Dude, you are going
it
to
was-
love this. Like, you will love it.
For those who
Neat.
follow me on Instagram, it was my joint film of the week with They Clone Tyrone. They were both my film of the week this week.
I can't wait for They Clone Tyrone, dude. That movie looks so freaking
Yeah, I
good.
can't wait to
I
see that.
got to
So,
see
yeah,
it
my
Saturday.
number one. So
Yeah.
my number one, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. You guys.
And Grant's number one is
No, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
I know what it is.
But all of you should. I know a lot of you already know. My number one is. Hold on. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I gave it a second watch, and no, I'm just kidding. My number one.
You.
My number one is Of an Age.
Thank you.
This this is my first critic screening ever. I was invited by Focus Features.
Nice.
I was given the executive treatment, and guess what? I still love the fucking movie. I own it. I have the poster. Of an Age is a movie that I'm going to cherish for the rest of my life. There's some movies you see and you just kind of know. This is a beautiful Australian love story. It was described by its director as gay Australian before sunrise. Perfect.
There you go.
All the superlatives that is the whole cast who are unknown to me. I'm going to just say who they are. Elias Anton, Tom Green, and Hetty Hook. All phenomenal. Tom Green, THOM.
Like some sausage?
Great movie. Of an Age. It is on Blu-ray. It is also on Peacock. Go watch it. It's great. 90 some minutes, not very long.
I watched it. I watched it when it hit Peacock.
Just outside of your top, right, Luke? Top list.
What?
It was right outside of your top, right? It was like an honorable mention.
It was an honorable mention. I mean, it's low.
Yeah.
It's low on my 4 out of 5 scale because I don't. It's the same thing with 1001 that I don't see myself ever watching them again.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing that kind of plays into my list is that it also kind of plays into the rewatch. Like sometimes it plays into the rewatch factor, but then other times it'll play into the impact factor. Like,
Yep. So
rewatch factor, yeah, I see myself rewatching Mission Impossible like plenty of times. Like,
yeah.
so that's that also kind of helps why it's my number one. But it also kind of goes with the fact that I am a Mission Impossible fanatic.
All right. Well, this has been. All right. Well, thank you all for coming. This has been a great part one of our midterm report. Wait a minute, part one.
Wait, what was the?
Bring.
What was your big thing?
Bring. Sorry, I gotta take this. Hello?
Hello?
What? Can't be.
What?
Doctor, what? All right, I'll tell them. Guys, I'm pregnant. But the question is, who's the father?
And who is it, a male or a female?
Yeah.
Find out in part 2, bitches. See you in a week.
I could show the intro right now. I have it on my computer. And
Not what I expected at all.
I didn't expect that either.
Boom, 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 boom.
Here you go, Grant.
So yeah,
Here's how we end it. Here's how we end it. I'll give you the clip. Here's how we end the stream.
are you gonna? Don't do the intro.
We end with a rave.
You want to do it? You don't want to do it because I have it loaded up.
No. Becca, you know what we're gonna do? Same bat time. Let's say goodbye. Same bat time. Same bat channel. 1 week from tonight at 6. Again, we will have. Well, let's give them a sneak peek next time on Raise It on Popcorn with Grant. Becca.
Like right now, I have it linked.
Yeah,
up if you
right
want to show it.
Now. Say goodbye,
Here we
everyone.
go.
Bye. See you next week.
Bye.
Play it.
It's you have to put it on the screen. You have to play it.
Oh.
Where is it?
I synced it on.
That was
It's on the
anticlimactic.
guest list, I think. It's on the guest.
It should be at the guest section as it's my name, but it's another item because it's
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually how the thing goes.
All right. Ready?
This is next week's stuff.
Next time on Raised on Popcorn with Grant.
Right.
The Angry Grant Show live, everyone.
Yeah, we're doing this. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those ones where Grant gets a little angry. My apologies for any profanity. This movie was so bad I made friends.
I just wasted 98 minutes of the 70 years I have left.
Every character in this movie is kind of a dick.
This is putrid. This is boring. I hated this. This is really bad.
You also know you're old when everything in your childhood is bastardized. Should I run? Should I run? It had no redeeming things about it.
Directed by David Helling. Wow, ironic. He's probably going to hell for this. Movies like this are everything that's wrong with the conservative evangelical sides of cinema. This is a con artist. This is a con artist.
Guys, I'm gonna say this is the worst film I've ever seen. Fuck you, movie. I hated this movie. I hated this movie. I hated this movie. It ruined Christmas, guys. I'm a guy. I like tits. That's not. You can't base a whole movie off of tits. Do what I said on Twitter. Fuck this movie. Fuck it up its willy nilly silly old ass.
That is it. Fuck the plot. I feel like they're in brown face.
Yeah, and then, horrible movie.
This is awful.
I don't like movies anymore. How did they get all these talented comedians in this movie?
Hollywood sucks. Because they make good movies, unlike your piece of shit. But okay.
He tortures them.
Is it strange that I want to go over there and punch her in the face? Fuck this movie.
A little shit weasel kid. Alright. Really?
Oh, fuck you! Fuck you. Fuck you.
That's our hero!
It pissed me off.
This is the worst Christmas movie ever made.
What am I signed up for? Why? Why are they letting these people make movies? I'm sorry, this just makes me so angry.
Worst movie ever. There. That is it. We're done.
Yay!
Angry Grant show.
I love it.
The midterm Angry Grant show of the year.
Yes, that's happening.
All right, bye.
next week.
Bye, movie.
See you
theater.
later. Bye-bye.
So, that's it, everybody. See you next week. Bye. Like, subscribe, do all things, follow all these awesome people. Bye.
Wow, everyone left. Crazy.
Knock, knock at your bitches, Gavin. Bye.